what it should be.
They're just orange.
Orange.
I'm going to call them orange.
Orange Esports, all right. Let's take a look, though, at the map picks and bans. Vertigo going to be the first map banned out by Phoenix.
Very happy about that. Also, the two greasy maps I don't like to cast, they got picked, and we see some, here's some noise in the back. It's probably the knife rounds. Yeah. My assumption. Train. We get another train map. All right. I'm digging it. I love casting on train. That's going to be an interesting one. I don't know if we've seen orange on that so far. Dust2, very safe pick for any team in this tournament.
A confident pick coming in for Orange Esports here for Dust2. We're going to see the final few bans. And then what we will be going into map number 3 with, should the best of 3 reach there, it will be Mirage to settle the score here if each team picks up one map for the first 2. So, Garrett, what are you hoping to see here out of the first map? It will be train.
This is wide open. I got no idea who's going to win this one. It's going to come down to who's on fire. Phoenix coming into this matchup completely on a tear, but we saw that already with Celeste. They came into their matchup on fire, and then this went out. They completely went out on a bad run, so we'll see how that's going to go. I still think, I don't know who's going to win. I'm going to go with Orange to win this one. All right. BO3, maybe not this map, but BO3 at least.
Taking a look at the perspective of GFI, one of the more seasoned, or even the most seasoned veteran here for the CSGO
Definitely
community.
most experience for sure.
Absolutely, 15 years of competitive experience alone for that player, as she hopes to try to lead Orange.Sphynx to a victory here in this best of 3 to round out the 3rd day of play for the ZOWIE DIVINA CSGO Championship. Shots already coming out. Kohibe able to find a nice frag. On to Eve, has to worry about at least a few more players. One more in the bucket for her as she takes down Alaska and Jasmineism. That's going to be a 3K so far with the USP. Will she be able to pick up GFI and Argent? No, not just yet. DeCorge is going to be dropped down and now. Kohibe down to 16% HP. And Alel looking worse for wear, down at 9%.
Yeah, very good job by Kohibe to stay alive at the E-box with support from her teammates from distance. Somehow getting that first kill, not being traded out, and surviving to pick up another 2. It was all on her to hold that rush. Orange trying to split outside to B, it looked like. I'm not sure where the smoke landed. Still not out of the water just yet. They have 2 players on low HP. Argent finding a pick onto Mish, and then this is definitely winnable. It's a 3v2. You have the seasoned vet and GFI alive still, and Argent getting those first 2 kills, spotting towards Ivy.
Ooh, Argent going to be spotted out. Aurel going to be at least trying to put out some taps in that direction, dropping down Argent to 57% HP. More shots coming out. It's going to be Argent dropped down, and now just going to be GFI, the solo player left from Orange.Sphynx to try to take it out. And she's able to find at least 1 frag onto Aurel. We'll only need 2 taps onto both of these players, Kohibe and Alel, to walk away with the victory. So it's certainly still within her grasp here as she searches out the remaining members of that Phoenix squad on CT.
Got trade-off contact here. They're both on low HP. Good job by Alel getting a headshot. Very dangerous round for them there. Only 11 HP combined.
One of the closest pistol rounds that we've probably seen so far in the tournament.
But it didn't even look like it was going to start off that way because Orange dropped 3 early. It was 5v2.
Kohibe. Kohibe with those. That 3K.
Exactly. With the 3 kills towards E. Very good job by her. She is my player to watch for this team. When she's on, they usually win, and she had a couple lackluster performances in this tournament, which her team lost that map. It seems like she is the key player for them. Going forward, we're going to see them, Orange go to a full save, just not even upgrading, only just 1 pistol. There's going to be Argent trying to find a way to open with that deagle. We saw Kohibe play this before in this position yesterday and not do that much of a good job. She got traded often.
Yeah, it was sort of 50-50 for her holding into that ladder room. Sometimes she was able to get the drop down. Sometimes she was traded out there on. We'll see if she finds more success here in this map of the day. And there it is, able to find the drop down, and the bomb goes down. Multiple members make that 4 to be exact, and now 5. The entirety of Orange.Sphynx gets wiped out in what is looking like high fashion here for Phoenix.
Yeah, good job. Good start for them as well. I'm curious, I want to know if Orange watched the VODs of Phoenix on this map previously and understand that they love to play at least 1 or 2 players in the ladder room aggressive. We saw Team Z against Phoenix, not Team Z. I don't remember. I think it was 7 p.m. finding several picks on Phoenix in the ladder room by just doing a double drop down onto Kohibe. So if they're able to find that way to get those entry picks, Orange can find a way to turn this T side around, but it's all going to come down to ladder control.
Push going to be coming out. T side going to be very aggressively rushing over towards A site. GFI taking these corners very slowly.
Ande's going to connect. There you go. Maybe that's an idea. They know that she's there. I don't like this angle that she plays. You want to play a little bit more aggressive and watching like the crosshair placement in certain spots where they drop. But that Molly just could have not spread far enough to push her outside of the ladder room.
Almost had that angle to effectively push Kohabe out, but a narrow miss here.
There, that's the better angle. That's the one I want to see. But the crossing needs to be a little more to the left for the drop. But that's the position you want to see them get into. So that's good SMGs across the board for Phoenix. Aurel getting a pick towards team middle. Again, the Molly that's going to force GFI to go for the aggressive push. Gets taken out. So good job by Aurel with the 2 picks opening up this first gun round.
I mean, Garrett, I think if you're Orange.Sphynx, it is still very early here in this round, but they are losing member after member after member. Phoenix is reading them like a book. It's just going to be Jasmineism, the last remaining player currently alive for Orange, as they try to at least remain in this game, and it's not going to work. The third round going the way of Phoenix, 3-0.
This is almost a mirror of what happened on Overpass with 7 p.m. getting an early lead in the pistol round and the save rounds and not losing a single weapon, being able to hold on to the SMGs and then pick up AKs from the fallen enemies. And now they look at the economy, it's starting to build up, and this is going to be a save coming in from Orange. And if they're not able to find some picks here, Phoenix is going to build such an economy and build that money up. That's going to be too hard for Sphinx on T side of this map to try to claw back. So it's in very dangerous territory right now.
If Orange loses this, they're going to need at least back-to-back victories in the next few rounds to try to combat against the economy that Phoenix will be putting up here. But 3-0 as it stands. Orange going to be losing member after member, 3 down, but a trade comes out from Eve on a Kohabe. Aurel going to be dropping down Eve, just 1 member left. Jasmineism dropped out. These rounds are ending as quick as they almost begin, Garrett, and Phoenix keeps walking away time and time again with the victory.
If Orange does not win this round, they are going to be in for a world of hurt. That money is building up. The ops aren't even out on the map, and they still have the SMG and a Galil on the board. If they're able to pull this one off cleanly, this is going to spell disaster for Orange, trying to find a way into this. They have the utility for an execute on outside, which they potentially can do. Not sure if they're going to go for the default. We have not seen them on T side of train just yet, but they need to pull something out of their hat.
T-side push coming out. A few of the players of that Orange.Sphynx squad going to be dropping down through T-stairs and kitchen. Trying to hold on just off of Olaf is where Argent will be positioned.
I love the strategy, getting a T player into Olaf. It puts a lot of pressure on the CT to try to clear that out. Going to get the first pick on Kohabe. Alel trying to find that connection on the back train, unable to connect. Aurel's going to be stuck on bomb chain by herself. But Mish getting 2 picks on the Ivy there, and it's going to be leaving Aurel on a 2v3, stuck on bomb chain. But the flank is going to be key from Decorgaze.
Look how low the HP is currently of GFI. Her teammate Argent dropped down to 63, but both remaining members alive for CT for Phoenix are currently at full health. Decorgaze is going to be at least descending down the ladder. Spotted out by G5, taken down with a headshot from the AK, but Decorgaze trades back out onto G5. Argent picks up the round-winning kill onto Decorgaze. 4-1, still in favor of Phoenix.
That's the way you want to start. You're getting that first round on the board, but now you're in that danger because of all the money that Phoenix has been able to build up. And the first 4 wins, they are able to break out the op, and Orange does not have the capability to bring it up against Alel with that. So it's going to get very dangerous.
Round about to be starting here. 3 seconds until round number 6 will be underway. And again, just like you said, Garrett, it's not going to be an easy round. It's going to be neck and neck here as both teams are fully stacked, but Orange.Sphynx stands to lose the most here if they walk away not as victors of round number 6.
Looks like they're going to elect to do maybe something towards inside. They have a player working T mid. But again, Alel has the op, and Orange does not have an answer for that. If they lose this round, they're going to be broke, and Phoenix is back in control. The outside take is coming in. Alel is stuck on the E-box. Going to get 1, and the double for the spray trap. The Kohabe getting taken down in the ladder room.
That was the inconsistency that we talked about with Kohabe in that position. She has to look to try to succeed a little bit more than she has been previously. G5 with a nice kill onto Decorgaze will be a 2v1 scenario with G5, the only remaining member marked at a 1v1. G5 able to take down Mish. Alel has the AWP on top of the train. Will be trying to at least spotting out as she drops down off the left-hand side of the brown train cart. Will be looking to... Oh, G5 with the nice AK one-tap to the head. Out goes Alel. She is going to be able to pick up the AWP and take that into round number 7. 4-2. Sphinx is clawing back.
And leave that to the most experienced player on the team to pick up that 3v1.
Yeah.
Absolute huge round by GFI. But again, because only 1 survived in that round, they are not out of the water. Phoenix is still in control. They're able to win this round. It's still going to put Orange on the back heels in terms of the economy. But like we mentioned before with Kohabe, you cannot play in the ladder room and go 1-for-1. That is not enough on CT side of train. You need to come out with that with more. She needs to adapt, and they might want to switch up and put 2 in there like they did in the previous matchup yesterday.
Yeah, that was an adjustment that we saw come in for them that paid off up in spades, and likely we'll be seeing that here again soon if Kohibe continues to struggle inside of that ladder room. But G5 prepped and ready. Will be at least looking to try to find something over near this B Hall's position. A little bit short of it for right now, but Alel still holds strong on top of the train cart. A position that she seems to favor here to watch for any of the T presence to push on out.
Yeah, Orange working at default, but they're not taking any kind of pressure towards Ivy or inside. This is a very passive default, which is going to cause a problem because it allows Phoenix to play 4 outside. As you see, Decor Gaze is pushed up inside by herself, and with no pressure on her, they're just going to be able to stack outside. But it looks like they're going to make their way towards down ladder room, and the outside take is about to commence.
Molly soaring over Alel's head. You're going to see the push come out here very shortly as T-side Orange.Sphynx is prepping it. Bangs will be coming out. A connection onto Mish will be dropping around. Kohibe out as well, but Arel and Alel get the double kill onto Alaska and Eve. Jasminism comes in onto Alel, but Arel onto Jasminism back instead. Decorgaze drops out. A 1v2 scenario. Argent down to 37% HP. G5 still alive, 100% HP, and it's all up to Arel. What is she going to be able to do here? And does she elect to just disengage off of this? But Garrett, it's a 2v1. How quickly do you need to make that decision?
It's got to be immediate because you don't have time to waste a round. It takes 5 seconds to defuse, but at the same time, you have no utility to try to find out where they are. There's too many corners and nooks and crannies to hide in the inside bomb site. And again, trying to find an early pick is going to be the only way you can win this round. Otherwise, the player is going to be up or on inside. It's too hard to clear out, especially if they have a molly, which they do.
Nice kills coming in. Orange.Sphynx, a very loud team right here. They are excited with this comeback. It was looking dire in an 0-4 position in favor of Phoenix, but now they've been able to put up the last 3 rounds on the board and are coming back looking for a tie here in round number 8.
Yeah, absolute great job by Orange. They were really in a lot of trouble with how much the money was building up on the Phoenix side, and winning these last 3 rounds in a row, just clearing them out every time without them saving any weapons is absolutely massive. And it's come on the back of GFI clutching that 1v3 is what saved them. And that last round there, they had a lot of great pop flashes on the outside bomb site that allowed them to get those initial picks from Alel on top of Blue and the E-Box player from outside on. Yeah, E-Box player, and with that able to happen again, this smart flashes, this shows that they have a nice smart outside take, but the only problem that I'm seeing from their T side now is that they're not putting any pressure on Ivy or inside, and it might become too readable, but with flashes like that, they might get away with it.
Yeah, and that was really the first time that we had seen a lot of utility employed by Orange.Sphynx to really breach out of that T-spawn and get onto the site. But we'll see how it continues here. Definitely going to be a timeout for Phoenix. They dropped 3 rounds in a row. You can't let that happen too often here in this best of 3 at this level of competition in the ZOWIE DIVINA semifinals. Final best of 3 of the day. Both teams looking to take this away. Both teams have their eyes set on Valencia, Spain, where DreamHack will be popping off, a platform that players around the world would die to try to have the opportunity to take control of.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot riding on this, especially for the female scene in CSGO. This is the first opportunity for a lot of these players to get that kind of chance to show up at an international event, trying to get those last 2 spots here in this tournament. Looks like Phoenix is going to be on a save with just upgraded pistols. No flash for popping, but it's going to be Eve taking out Alel. Kohibe making to try to find that trade, finds it, but it's going to get snuffed out by the 2 players in Team Mid, gets traded out by Jasmine.
4v3 now in favor of Orange.Sphynx. The Deagle going to be popping off for Aurel, but doesn't find the connection. Argent able to at least find down Aurel with the AK. It's going to be 2 left. Mish taking a lot of damage, but able to find the knock onto Argent as she gets traded out instead. 1 player left, Decorgaze. It's all in her hands with a pistol. What is she going to be able to do against the likes of Alaska, Jasminism, and G5, all with AKs? Bomb goes down, and Orange.Sphynx looks to take away the game-tying round.
Decorgaze trying to find a pick to try to lower the economy, trying to see if she can maybe save AK going for the future rounds, which could definitely help out their economy. And something to note here with Decorgaze, especially even yesterday on the map against 7 PM, she flanks from inside to outside a lot on this map. And she's already done it twice on gun rounds, and this is the 3rd time it's on a save round. Orange is going to catch on to this, so in the future, she's not going to be able to land these flanks.
Oh, missed a very nice shot that could have taken down one of the members of Orange. Dropped down to 1 HP to her name, and up the ladder she goes.
Yep, she's going to blow up.
For safety, yep
there it is.
Be going down.
But like I was saying, they got to watch out with that because Decorgaze now has been spotted flanking 3 times. That's one of her bread and butter moves on this map. She's not going to be able to connect anymore because she's already blown out the option this many times early on this half. So she's going to have to find another way to rotate to help support her team on the outside bomb site. 4-4 scoreline, and next buy round coming in. No ops on the board.
Fairly even map as far as we're concerned right here. The comeback mounted by Orange.Sphynx, able to tie it up. Round number 9 is underway, though, and out of T-spawn goes the members of Orange. G5 going to be following up Alaska.
Looks like just falling back to that very passive default. Absolutely no pressure towards Ivy, which should allow Phoenix to just put more focus on T middle and the ladder room, which they've been having a hard time hold on these first few gun rounds.
Pop Flash coming up. Going to be able to at least get contact onto 2 of the members of Phoenix.
Looks like Arel's going to be playing ladder room this time with support from Kohabi at the E-box. They're not going to play in it this time because they've been throwing a lot of mollies and nades in that ladder room and pushing them back. But again, the aggressive stance from Phoenix outside, close on T middle and ladder room, staying strong with what they've liked to do, even though it has been working the last couple rounds.
G5 going to be spotted out.
Decoy is all alone by herself inside on the bomb train, has no support, and she got pushed back by Orange.Sphynx, which is it's the first time this has happened on a gun round. There should be a tell. Out of all the rounds that's happened so far, this is the only time this has ever happened, and right now it looks like they're going to make their way towards inside, and she has no support from her teammates.
That's going to be the play to make right here. It's going to at least force a very, very quick rotation to come out from Phoenix if they're able to read this shortly, but the push is coming around here right now through B halls for the members of Orange.Sphynx.
Take coming in, Decoy finds that opening pick, going to rely on her team to do a full retake on the site, but you'll see right now getting pushed up by Alaska, and again the second kill by Decoy Gaze, but the aggression is coming in really handy. Mish trying to find a way to help and support her teams on the inside upper. Jasmine with a sweet shot towards Z, and GFI returning the favor onto LL, leaves Mish down to a 2v1.
GFI 69 HP, Jasminism 79 HP. Mish certainly can do something here. She is going to be approaching the bomb right now, might give it a tap. Trying to draw back the presence of GFI from around the train cart. Not able to spray her down, and Orange.Sphynx walks away now, taking the lead for the first time here in map number 1, 5-4, as it currently stands.
Yeah, right now Orange is showing some good capability with their takes on these these sites so far, with their executes and their nades. Absolutely perfect so far. Again, the only problem that they're having trouble with that is not being punished, at least by Phoenix right now, is the fact that they're not doing a real good default and putting pressure on the map. They're keeping it quiet, letting the clock tick down, and it can be very readable if Phoenix decides to make some kind of an aggressive push mid-round for information. If they do something like that, they can really turn this around back on their favor. But for right now, Orange is looking really strong.
Starting to see a pretty aggressive push coming out from CT right now through the B site. This is going to be going up through B halls. Garrett, look at how aggressive this is coming out here from Phoenix. They're trying to take control of this, but not able to do so. 2 kills coming out for Alaska onto Arel, and Decorge but traded back out instead by Alel. Alel goes down, Mish goes down. Kohabi able to find the frag, though, onto Eve. It's a 1v3 scenario. Kohabi versus GFI, Jasminism, and Argent. All AKs once again. Orange.Sphynx very dominantly takes down round number 10, 6-4.
Yeah, a little bit of a desperation save, trying to catch Orange off guard and potentially catch him on while they set up for nades outside. Going to our next gun round, we're going to see Phoenix potentially pick up an op. There it is on LL. Orange has none on their side, but at the same time, all their executes have been relying on not long-range weapons, just full-on executes on inside and outside. Probably going to continue that trend, as there's no reason to switch it up, as it's been working out flawlessly for them so far.
Round number 11 is now underway. T going to be leaving T-spawn right now. Not going to see that aggressive play coming out of Phoenix once again here in a back-to-back round. Didn't really play in their favor here to see a more standard split. You still got Decorge holding solo on B site.
A little bit more passive setup from Phoenix, not playing aggressively on the ladder room and T middle, but they do have Arel on the sandwich, which is what she loves to do. LL on the op, watching T mid from Z. Again, no pressure towards Ivy at all, so Mish, if she wants to pick this up, she can make those aggressive pushes and find out information mid-round if she'd like to. Here it is, Alaska trying to find that cross onto Brown Halls to allow their team to... Ooh, that was a little bit risky how she just did that.
Yeah, really risky. Holy cow. If someone was there, they could have easily dabbed her down, but Orange.Sphynx going to be losing members, able to trade back down onto Decorge's. B site will be secured here for the members of Orange.Sphynx to try to get the plant as the rotation comes out from all 4 remaining members of Phoenix.
Aggressive push by GFI. Once you take inside and get that first kill, playing aggressive is the way to hold it. Getting that first, oh, I thought she was going to get that, but Kabi getting that pick on a GFI is going to give her team a chance to retake. The op on Lalel, she needs to hold upper and help her teammates. Getting the first pick on the back train.
Alel walking away with a nice AWP onto Jasminism. Argent, though, able to turn back down onto Arel. The AWP will be on the ground as more and more trades come out. Alel needs to do something here. She's got to combat against Eve, a 1v1 scenario, but Eve is able to evade the shot. A miss.
Oh my God.
A swing and a miss here. Orange.Sphynx is on a dominant roll. 7 rounds in a row for them, Garrett.
I'm surprised that didn't clip her. She just might have got CSGO'd there. Unfortunate, not able to connect. Able to get that 7th round is going to be huge. It's going to put Phoenix down on low economy. Needed to potentially have a force buy here to try to basically changed their favor.
Garrett, if you are Phoenix right now, what are you thinking? What's going through your mind right now? You've dropped 7 in a row to Orange.Sphynx when you started off this map with a 4-0 dominant lead on a map that you chose. How do you continue on in map number 1 and keep your head in the game?
Yeah, you started off so hot, and you basically got behind you. You just realized, all right, we're on a roll. You saw them get loud and bothered and all that, whatever it may be. But again, this is what I'm talking about here, Orange. Sorry, now they're going a little bit faster inside. They're changing the pace up. They're keeping the strategies very varied. This is what you need to do. In Phoenix right now, Gaze still not calling for the rotation. Their team are leaving her high and dry on inside. This is a problem right now. They don't realize how much pressure she's been under, and leaving her by herself and just relying on the outside stack is not going to be the way to go, especially with a player pushed out Ivy, and there's still no one towards inside to help support.
It is a weakness that Orange.Sphynx will exploit time and time again until Phoenix makes a change to try to give Kohibe at least a little bit more help, a little bit more support from her teammates.
There it is.
This is the entryway coming in. It's prepped and ready from Orange.Sphynx. Going to be a pop flash in the air as the frags now start to come out. Alel going to be dropped down and out. Damage being applied to Eve Jasminism. And that's going to be a 2K for Gaze before she gets dropped down and out by Argent.
The flank coming in, and it's going to be spotted up by GFI on Mish. Argent pushing on up again, the double kill. Orange is looking absolutely amazing, and that's a huge flaw by Phoenix. You had Mish push Ivy and find out there's no one there holding it. That is a classic tell that they're going to be going inside, or at least the odds of it are very highly likely. And at that point when she spots no one there and no one helps support Gaze inside, that's troublesome. And that's just a lack of strategy behind on Phoenix.
It's going to be surprising if Gaze does not get any type of support right here. Stacking 4 on A with how dominant that B push has been from Orange.Sphynx so far in these games is a bit of a mistake. And you're going to want to hope to see something different here. But no, you are not. All 4 going to be leaving Kohibe high and dry once again as Orange.Sphynx starts to really set up what the plan will be. Shots coming out E from a distance with the AK spray, able to find the tag on the Mish.
He's trying to find an opening on Ivy. Realizes there's been no pressure, but not understanding that Phoenix has been all the way back in T-spawn, holding it very passively. Just electing to take their time, let them push into them, because they know when the teams get desperate, they try to get a little bit more aggressive, and instead of falling back on the heel, they do a little more risky strategies. Gaze is looking for that push on inside. She's been connecting with it before. Kohibe trying to find a pick up GFI middle, unable to land a shot, scoring that entry. It's going to allow them to take outside aggressively. Got Arel looking for that 1 dig on the bomb train.
Pushing around the side, Arel going to be dropped down and out. Alaska's AK too strong against the likes of the Deagle.
GFI, the seasoned vet on 14 kills, clearly leading the way for her team. Argent, though, she's the sneaky one. Absolutely crazy skill and 16 kills. She's been a force so far in this tournament along with GFI. But again, this is one of the teams that has a strong team across the board. There is no weak player on this squad, and it shows as they haven't even lost a BO3 so far.
Bomb is going to be planted. Orange.Sphynx able to at least secure that to the members of Phoenix. Pretty much just going to be hanging back, trying to catch some frags from the retreat of Orange.Sphynx. Almost a concession here of round number 13. It could be the 9th round win in a row for Orange.Sphynx. Salel starts to at least creep around that Ivy area, possibly in a position to spot out Argent here shortly, but bomb will be detonating. That's going to be the full disengage off of the A side from Orange.Sphynx. And a round victory going once again the way of Orange. Garrett, this game is running away.
Yes, it definitely is. I want to see how Orange is going to react to the last 2 rounds and changing up their strategies. The pause is going to be coming in from Phoenix to try to understand what the strategy is going forward. They have enough money to buy double ops if they want to go that route, something they haven't done just yet. But the big problem I mentioned in the pregame as well with Phoenix is they really lack that true op presence on their team. Like, they have several operators on the team that have picked it up in these previous matches, but they haven't really dominated with it. And it seems to be a problem within that team for the, whatever map that they're on. But at the same time, it's not the ops that are causing them to lose this game. It's just the overall decisions being made in-game on the team that are just been lackluster.
I mean, almost what it feels like is Orange.Sphynx was kind of giving up those 4 rounds just to feel out how Phoenix was going to be playing. As soon as they got the read, they started executing on their strategy. And, well, it is working impeccably for them so far. 9-4 as it currently stands going into round number 14 of the half, as Orange.Sphynx looks to continue on a path of domination. Again, 9 rounds in a row. This is the biggest streak, Garrett, that at least you and I have seen so far of the ZOWIE DIVINA tournament.
Yes, for sure. It looks like a little bit of a faster rush outside. Unfortunately, the op is going to be put inside for Gaze, but that Molly is going to push them back and make them decide to change up their mind. But it could just be smokes over to A to find a way to draw out the nades from Phoenix, as they know they're on low economy. Any kind of time you can draw out the nades and make them waste it earlier in the round is going to leave you a better opportunity to execute late round. And right now, with Gaze opting inside and not having that outside, she has the support from Alel, This time, this is the first time we've seen 2 inside. So Phoenix clearly aware that the pressure on inside has been a bothersome thing for them, but now they're going to fall back and leave Decoy Gaze by herself, and this will be the first time Misha's going to be tested at Ivy.
Yes, that's exactly right, Garrett. That was the point that I wanted to make right now. You have GFI reaching around Ivy, a point of contention that has really not been contested so far between these teams, though the entryway will be coming out here onto A. Frags coming out of trade as Aurel is able to pick up a double kill onto Alaska and Eve. Mark that now 3. Alel onto Argent. It's just going to be Jasmineism and G5 to combat against the likes of 4 members of Phoenix. And now just Jasmine.
Good job by Aurel to save her team there at E-Box, picking up 2 huge frags with Alel supporting from distance. Jasmine back on a 1v4. Any kind of damage she can do here and pick up some kills can really put a damage on the Phoenix's economy for the last buy, even there's only 2 rounds left. Finds the first pick, still pretty healthy, 75, and they have 2 low HP players on Phoenix. This is definitely winnable. It's just going to come down to isolating them, the players one by one. No one's in a position to trade with each other.
Jasmineism going to be looking around, certainly going to be doable. No, Phoenix finds the AWP shot onto her and now picks up their first round victory, stalling this huge push coming out from Orange.Sphynx, 5-9, as we go into our final game of the half.
The off from Decoy Gaze going to stay on her for inside unless she elects to go outside. No ops still on Orange's side. They don't feel the need to bring it out just yet. They've been successful with the AK so far. Their outside execute early in the rounds has been working out pretty well. That was the first time we saw some Ivy presence, but unfortunately the pulling away the player from T middle and ladder room that they've been doing so well previously took away a little bit of the pressure, and it didn't work out for them that round.
Decoy Gaze will be holding this hallway with an AWP, tries to find the shot, but a little bit too late, and it misses its mark on B ramp.
Good job at Argent taking that back hall control, and that's going to put a lot of pressure on Phoenix to play 2 inside. So this would be a perfect time in the half to maybe throw off a fake. Kohabi going back in the ladder room, which is where she loves to hide. Again, pretty spread out, but Decoy Gaze has support from a teammate this round inside, which will be Alel. It looks like it's going to be a full-on execute towards inside with maybe, I believe it's GFI trying to sell a fake towards outside and T middle.
Waiting for something to kick off here. The push down B ramp will be led by the charge from Alaska, who gets immediately traded out of the game. Eve able to find the frag, though, back on to Alel. As Argent gets dropped down by Decoy Gaze's AWP. Eve dropped down to 28% HP. The shots continue to ring out and ring true. Just going to be Jasmine and GFI left alone once again as Jasmine gets dropped out. It's all up to GFI to combat against the likes of 4, the members of Phoenix. 1 down, 2 down. Can't she get the other 2? A 1v2. Definitely doable.
God.
There it is. Now it's going to be a 1v1 as she tries to find it. Unable to do so, but drops down around to 67 HP. What an effort coming out from G5.
Well, you can clearly tell no matter what, if she's alive, they have a chance to win the round. She did a perfect job throwing the molly on plan, so they were unable to defuse and find the 2 kills on the flank. Gave her a chance to win that round, is unfortunately not able to connect on Aurel. Still, 9-round half for Orange, a great side for them. But also, good job by Phoenix to pick up those last 2 rounds and give them a fighting chance going towards their T side. It's going to be a long battle, but they can definitely do it. It's just going to come down to picking that pistol and gain some momentum behind them.
So now that we have a bit of a break in between the side switches, you are seeing at least Phoenix start to talk about how they can continue to climb. They were able to pick up 2 final rounds going into the half, at least able to bring their round total up to 6 versus the 9 rounds won by Orange.Sphynx.
If I remember correctly, Phoenix last night on train put a lot of presence on outside on their T side doing set executions. I don't believe they were that successful on it with it. Now that I'm remembering, I was surprised that actually Phoenix picked train, even though they didn't look that good on it yesterday. Clearly, it's a map that they were comfortable with, and they felt like it had an off day. But so far on the 9-6 half, showing that maybe this is not the best map for them, but it's all going to come down to their T side if they're going to be able to put it together with their set executions outside and land those shots to get themselves back in this game.
Pistol round of the second half of map number 1 of the final best of 3 of the day is about to be underway. And if you recall, just 15 short rounds ago, Phoenix dominantly held a victory on the first pistol round of the map. We'll see if that continues to swing in their favor.
Setting up with 2 sets of nades, 2 smokes, and 2 flashes. Looks like they're going to make their way towards inside and smoke off the lanes and try to get that bomb down. Very safe way to, no matter what, even if you lose a round, get the bomb and have a good, healthy buy for 3rd. Getting spotted off earlier by Jasmine, but LaRush is going to be coming in. They need a rotation quick, but if she has no support, Jasmine having to fall back.
Push coming out. She's going to be able to spot out Decoy Gaze, but Jasmine gets immediately dropped down by the headshot with Glock. 4 more remaining members on this Orange.Sphynx squad as the bomb has been planted by Phoenix.
Oh, Aurel getting picked off on the flank, being a little bit too quick. She needed to go a little bit slower. That's going to cause her team a lot of trouble, but Kohabi getting aggressive behind that bomb plan.
G5 onto the low, Kohabi onto G5, and then onto Argent as well. Will be picking up that pistol round. Both pistol rounds of map number 1 going the way of Phoenix as they start to close that gap on that 9-round run.
That's exactly what they need.
That's exactly what they need. That's right, Garrett.
And when you think about it, now, so they lost the first half 9-6. They won the pistol, but if you take away that round where GFI won that 1v3,
Yeah.
That could have been that was a game-changing round of that half, and without that, it could have been a landslide victory for Phoenix. Even though Orange played very well and had a lot of good set execution outside, that round is what turned it completely upside down. And again, this pistol round is going to be a second in a row on this matchup. This is what they need to get some momentum. You got Aurel getting the first 2 kills on the ladder room.
With the SMG as well, bonus cash going in the vaults of Phoenix as they try to find even more Mish. With the AK able to find out Eve, trying to tap down with the Deagle will be GFI, and she finds the headshot on the decor gates. But Aurel and Mish in tandem take out Jasmine and GFI. Another round win here for Phoenix as they aim to tie it up. 8-9 as it stands right now, but another round coming into play where they can bring it up to 9-9 all.
Getting a little bit aggressive behind those AKs and SMGs on that outside rush, trying to put an end to the round real quick, getting some momentum behind them, looking to continue that going forward, trying to tie it up at 9-9. AKs across the board. You see the AUGs on Orange being still pretty healthy by, but not the greatest utility. They're not going to be able to stop a rush. Phoenix can do something like that and set execute outside with only weapons that hold back. They got no Maws to slow down a rush, or no smokes, just only actually 3 smokes. No Maws to stop the rush. This is in the hands of Phoenix. If they can pick up this round, this is going to set them on their way to win this matchup.
Phoenix going to be stretching out, at least trying to figure out what type of approach they want to make. They do have Decorgaze starting to stretch around back alley towards Ivy, which is a play that we saw GFI try to make in the previous half.
It's definitely going to be an important part of the map. I believe Ivy is one of the most important parts of this map, especially because you can get successful pressure on that side of the map. It's going to open you up T middle, Ivy, and inside to get a little more pressure there and set them up and to basically cause rotations from the CT. So it's going to come down to her success, and there it is. Find that opening pick. That's going to cause Orange to really stress out about that Ivy and think about how far up Decorgaze has gone. It's going to stretch them out real thin.
Absolutely. You start seeing a rotation coming out from Argent, trying to reunite with their teammates, as well as GFI holding the back part of this A site, but the push now coming through Ivy from Decorgaze.
Nice pick.
Very nice pick. Aurel with another one on to Alaska now. 2 remaining members, just Jasmine and GFI. Once again, I feel like these 2 members of Orange.Sphynx are last alive multiple times here in these rounds. We'll see what they're going to be able to pull out here. GFI with the AUG. Jasmine gets dropped down and out by Decorgaze.
She's not going to win this clutch.
No. Oh, there it is, though. GFI on the Decorgaze will be dropping down at least one of the members of Phoenix.
Again, this is like almost an exact identical start to the T-half as they had in CT. Winning the pistol round, winning the next 2 rounds very cleanly, and again, building up the economy. So again, Phoenix is looking really strong. Is Orange going to have that round by an individual player to really set them up and get them back on the track and start rolling? But right now, Phoenix is looking pretty strong. That was a very standard take that they've been doing on train, including yesterday, smoking off Sandwich and Hell to try to get the bomb, to get to the bomb train to plant the bomb. So that's going to be something they've been basically stick to. That's what they showed a lot yesterday on train. Will Orange be able to pick that up and defend? That is the question.
9-9 all here going into round number 19 of map number 1 between Phoenix and Orange.Sphynx.
GFI with 21 kills, Arjun with 16, but the rest of her team not really helping out that much so far. Pause coming in, which I have to assume is from Orange.
Yep.
Again, Aurel with a very sneaky, quiet 20 kills, really putting a lot of work in this map, and Decorgaze holding as best she could inside solo from her team. That's one thing on this map that's very underrated is how strong. If you can have a strong player that's on inside and trained to play by herself and not rely on too much on rotations and support, that is invaluable to teams. And it was like that so far on this half, just completely by herself. But unfortunately, it wasn't paying off early, and she had to get some support. But when she got the support, she was able to pop off and get much-needed kills.
That she was. Round will be underway here as the timeout does end. And we are going to be getting back into game. Round number 19 is 5 seconds away from playing out. And we'll see if Phoenix can continue their own strides here on T side, or if they're going to start dropping games, just like the last half, over towards Orange.Sphynx.
GFI still on the AUG. It's going to be a key part of this. It is a save round, but they do have upgraded pistols. Anything can happen on this map. A lot of close angles you can play with those pistols to catch off some picks. Mish taking Brown Hall control real early, causing pressure. Always love to see that. Nothing towards Ivy, but looks like Phoenix is going to take their time, not rush this, and wait for Orange to put on some kind of aggression to get picked.
Aurel will be at least atop the ladder room.
Popping off the glass, getting ready for some smokes outside. Right now, Phoenix, again, putting no pressure really much anywhere, but they still have the 2 players inside. Have a player in the ladder room, which will be Alaska. She has the CZ, which is very dangerous. Unfortunately, missed that molly. Is not going to push her outside.
Eve going to be holding on here, trying to spot out 2 of the members of Phoenix, Alel and Kohaibe, that could be rotating out of here, trying to get a plant off of that B ramp.
Looks like they're going to fall back into an inside hit. Alel making her way from team mid to go support. Jasmine trying to play this off angle where they can't spot her on the upper side by the ladder. GFI playing support from distance. It's going to come down to GFI. She's going to be put on the test here. If she gets a couple kills here, this gives her a chance, team a chance to win. Jasmine in that first entry on the lower side, and the rotation's already come in.
That's exactly what she needed to do, but the trade comes out. Aurel onto Alaska, but then Jasmine picks up a double kill onto Aurel and Decorgaze. Alel now onto Jasmineism, Kohaibe onto Eve. It's going to be a 2v2. Both teams taking damage. Kohaibe dropped down to 5 HP, but she's still going to be alive in a 1v1 scenario versus Argent with 48% HP. Creeping around, has the deagle, spots out her opponent, and misses both shots.
Argent trying to find that kill, picks up the AK. It's going to help Kohaibe, stuck on 5 HP. She needs to get aggressive, gets picked off. That's the round. So almost exactly in the same timing fashion as the first half. Phoenix getting the lead early on, and then Orange pulling out a round that they should not have won. Again, GFI picking up only 1 kill, but she put enough pressure on the upper side of inside to allow her teammates to rotate over and get some pickups with those pistols. Jasmine coming up huge with 3 kills, playing on that ladder room with support from GFI.
GFI having an outstanding game. Her and Argent definitely the standout players so far of this Orange squad, at least as it stands on this train map. Map number 1, again, the pick by Phoenix. 9-10, a 1-round favor currently held by Orange.Sphynx as they look to hopefully extend that on the CT side of things. But out of the gate, round number 20 is underway.
Looks like Phoenix might want to go back to what they did before on the very first gun round, what they execute on outside. Mish kind of put that pressure on the Brownell. This is what you need to do. She's going to spot out Jasmine, take some shots in, and that's going to cause Jasmine to ask for a rotation for some support. And if they wait the clock down long enough, she will get that inside support because of the pressure of Mish there. But right now, Orange not falling for it, sticking with the 4 outside. Maybe aware of the strategies Phoenix did deploy yesterday on this map. But Decorgaze, again, going to be the key player towards Ivy. Going to be going up against GFI, but GFI has the op. This is the first time the CPs have had it. Alaska with the shoddy in the ladder room, a little bit far distance.
Yeah, might need to push up a little bit to really have effectiveness here if she sees 2 of the members of Phoenix drop down.
Play a little bit closer towards the door so she can get that first shot off and then hide.
There it is, the double drop coming down right off on top of each other. Mish able to find the kill onto Alaska. Out she goes. Eve going down as well. That's going to be 3 remaining members marked at 2. Just going to be Jasmine and GFI left alive to combat against the 4 remaining members of Phoenix.
Great job with the double drop on ladder room. Phoenix taking a page out of 7 p.m.'s book from yesterday when they were again dropping down on Kohaibe several times and getting that pick, electing to return the favor, but this time on Orange. Good job by them. Jasmine stuck down to a 4v1, unlikely going to be winning this one, but I take that back. Gets
nice
the first
shots.
2 kills, but stuck on just 8 HP, but she has a smoke for the bomb if she wants to go for it, but probably best to just save.
Yeah, best to save. Certainly good to pick off 2 more members before you concede the round over towards Phoenix, who will be looking to tie it up here 10-all after the detonation.
Good job by Phoenix to pick up that round after that unfortunate loss last round. Orange is going to be put back a little bit on the economy, but again, they won the save round, so that might be okay for them in terms of money. But a huge round by Phoenix to come back there. That could have been a round that could end up being very tilting and put you on a downward spiral. So rebounding there very nicely.
Round number 21 about to be underway here, tied up. We knew this was going to be a close matchup, Garrett, but did we expect it to be like this here, entering in to the final possible 10 rounds of map number 1?
It's going to be a rough half by Orange right now. They got put back because they lost that round. 5 AKs on the backside of Phoenix. Decorgaze, Mish, Aurel stepping up. Mish has only got 10 kills, but she's made a lot of important individual decisions on pushes that have allowed her team the information to know for the rest of them to pick up the kills. Orange trying to use that GF5 shot to get up in close and personal.
Alaska going to be the first frag of the game at the hands of Aurel's AK. 1 member down, mark that now 2 as Aurel picks up another one onto Eve. It's going to be a massive advantage in terms of numbers. Now going to be even greater. GFI and Argent, the only two remaining members alive for Orange.Sphynx. Two very powerful members. Argent able to find the Deke onto Alel, not able to find it onto Arel. Now she is.
Wow.
And now looking over towards Kohabe with 4 HP is able to find the round securing kill. 11-10. Now in favor of Phoenix. They've once again taken over the lead here on Orange.
Very dangerous by Argent, getting some nice shots out of the Deagle. Unfortunately, if she was able to connect on that third player, that would have gave her a good chance to win that round. But here we are on the much important 22nd. It's going to be a full buy on both sides. This is the critical round. If Orange loses this round, Phoenix is going to be in control of the economy, and Orange is going to be in deep, deep trouble to be able to get closed out by Phoenix. Phoenix looking solid so far, has the execution ready for outside. It's been working for them so far. You might as well just keep with it, and Orange needs to do something to stop this push.
Going to be committing at least 4 of the members over towards A side, just one holding strong on that B ramp. That's going to be, I believe, Jasmine. Very similar position to what we saw Korgaze in on the previous half.
Mish not electing to play aggressive inside on the cross to try to force 2 to play inside. Electing to go a little bit more passive. Might be a questionable call. GFI getting pop flash in the team middle to try to get some information, but it looks like Phoenix is playing passive. That's going to allow GFI to have a lot of control here to call where the rotations are going to be from Orange.
Down the stairs they go through the brown halls. Going to be able to find a frag now onto Kohabe. That's GFI. And Jasmine able to find one more. 3v5 in favor of Orange as they look to find the 3 remaining members of Phoenix.
Good job by Orange to play off on those 2 separate off angles to pick up the initial kills. Gives them a 5v3 advantage. And now Phoenix is on the back foot trying to figure out what to do here strategy-wise. So only 50 seconds left in the round. Need to find a way to open it up. Getting picked off there, get traded out by Alel. That's going to be a way to start up and put down 9 HP in a very difficult position. They got to find a way in. Going to elect to go inside towards Argent and Jasmine. No smokes, though, to go down inside. It's going to be very difficult. They just got to do it dry, straight up with maybe just a pop flash.
Both holding AKs, certainly powerful weapons that could combat the likes of Orange.Sphynx. But with so low HP on LL, it's only a matter of time before she gets dropped out. Arel to follow. Orange.Sphynx picks up the round win, 11-all, as we go back and back, neck and neck between these 2 teams.
Absolutely huge round by Orange. It gets picked up that, again, keeping 4 alive. As Phoenix still has a lot of money to buy behind that loss. But again, keeping 4 alive is going to allow Orange to basically allow this economy to stabilize. So even if they lose this round, they're going to be able to buy it going forward. So this is going to be a back and forth tussle the rest of the way. Very critical round here. No ops on the board for either team. Phoenix changed that strat up a little bit. Yeah, the last round didn't pay off. They're need to maybe go a little more aggressive and not give Orange too much ground on their aggression.
Having 2 members now rotating around back alley, you could see Ivy become a pretty extreme point of contention as the bomb starts to at least rotate that direction for Phoenix. Not overcommitting to this strategy just yet, but still trying to feel out what type of presence Orange.Sphynx has set up on A site.
Mish crossing inside early to cause that pressure towards inside. Korgaze is going towards Ivy, but this time with support from 2 other teammates. This will be the first time we've really seen Ivy this contested, and that's going to cause Orange a little bit of panic because they don't know what strategy is going to be behind this. But once again, though, you have GFI who's pushed into T mid. Phoenix has been giving them that much ground, and that's going to cause a problem for them if they're trying to do this outside execute.
Waiting here for something to pop off. All 3 of the members on the northern part of the map will be fully committing to that Ivy push. Slowly but surely is the name of the game here as the bomb hangs back. Korgaze and Kohabe will be at least assisting in this. Alel has the bomb. 1 frag going to be coming out. Both defenders of the bomb will be dropped down. Bomb going to be going down as well. Orange.Sphynx coming up with a huge 3 kills onto Phoenix. 2 members left, Arel and Mish. Now left to their own devices to try to figure out how to play off the rest of this map. Right, dropping down Mish in front of Jasmine, able to get that frag, but immediately traded out as Arel snaps back.
Interesting call in the strat there to do a 3-2 split towards inside. They're going to go from Ivy all the way through CT spawn to inside. Very interesting thing to do, especially when they had no pressure towards Ivy at all so far in this half, besides the 1 kill that Korgaze had early on in the half. Arel going to most likely elect a savior, no point in going forward. They do have, it's going to be a little bit of a rough buy, but they can use that AK going forward. But they cannot concede any more ground because Orange is going to start getting their economy to stabilize a little bit more, and Phoenix is going to have basically a big uphill climb to go for. Orange are looking pretty solid. Again, off the back of that that save round win that they had, really got them back in this game. That's 2 rounds in this matchup that they've had that's completely turned the tide.
12-11, currently in favor of Orange.Sphynx as they look to pick up a few more round wins and close out the first map of this best-of-3 semifinals. Phoenix again picking Train. Will be a little bit concerned as they rotate over to Dust 2, the map that Orange.Sphynx elected to play here.
Phoenix has been looking good in terms of their aim. It's just unfortunately they've lost a couple of rounds that they should have definitely won. Game-changing rounds that have turned the tide here. Argent has been absolutely terrorizing them with this AUG, playing nice and close and aggressive on top of Blue Train, watching Olaf. She's been popping off here along with GFI. Jasmine only has 11 kills, but each of those 11 kills have been absolutely critical. Again, support from all their players across the team.
Just looking to spot one of the heads of Decorgaze. As the push now comes out, they're trying to execute on this A site push. It's going to be at least coming out. Argent spots out Alel, sprays her down with the AUG, picks up another one onto Decorgaze before immediately being sprayed down with the AKM of Arel. Kohaibe now with a 2K onto Eve in Alaska. It's going to be a 3v2 favored towards Phoenix, but the HP very low on two of Phoenix's members.
And the flank from GFI is going to be critical. Picking up a double there. That's absolutely huge. Saving the round for their team once again.
Oh my! Jasmine comes in with the final kill onto Phoenix. They will be getting the defuse onto this, picking up their 13th round win. And this is the critical point of map number 1, Garrett. Orange.Sphynx could possibly have Phoenix very heavily on their back foot here.
Yeah, GFI coming in clutch once again, having a flank towards inside. She hasn't been playing there in this first half, sorry, in the second half, but making an individual play once again, saving her team. That's 3 rounds now that Orange have been able to pull off that they've been down. And again, it all comes down to these individual decisions by these experienced players such as GFI with all the events that she's been to. Unlike the ladies that are in this tournament so far, again, this is the first tournament for a lot of these players in this tournament, trying to get that experience that GFI has been around the scene for what, maybe like 10 or 12 years?
15 years.
Oh, even more than I thought.
GFI and Argent seem to be the dominant players here of this Orange.Sphynx squad. They seem to be working very well together and putting up massive performances when they find themselves as the 2 remaining members alive, as you just saw in the previous round.
GFI switching a spot up, taking towards Sandwich here. Going to be stuck with AK, but with her skill, going to be under no problem here. 3 towards middle, 1 Ivy, 1 ladder room squeeze on outside. No pressure inside. It's going to be up against 4 players from Orange. It's going to be a tough task to go through.
Holding positions here on B site will be 1 solo player. Alaska going to be looking over here onto the ramp, seeing if any type of push will be coming out here from Phoenix just yet, but nothing. As Decorgaze holds on to Ivy. At least a positioning move that we've seen Phoenix try to pull off multiple times, but they're not easily able to get out. But that's going to be the opening frag from Mish onto GFI that's going to open them up to an opportunity to push. Kohaibe and Decorgaze with 2 kills on Argent and E, but it gets returned. Alaska with a double kill, marked that a triple kill onto the members of Phoenix. 1 member left. It's going to be Alel. She finds the frag onto Alaska. A 1v1 Jasminism versus Alel.
Jasmine on an old bomb train trying to find a way in, does not able to spot Alel just yet. Alel deciding to not plant the bomb right away, does not know where Jasmine is. Jasmine wrapped around Ivy. Alel is not aware that she has no idea, but she does the fake tap, trying to find out what Jasmine's going to catch her with the timing.
Oh, there it is. And able to find another round victory, 14-11. Orange.Sphynx. Garrett, that's a loud stage.
You got to say that's a loud team in this tournament so far.
I think it's the coach.
You think it's the coach?
I'm not lying. I think it's the coach.
I don't know. That's a high-pitched yell. I don't know. It might be the coach. Who knows? But Alaska only has 12 kills on the game, but middle bomb train, when she has her teammates outside game picked off on that rush, able to come up huge, getting those next 3 kills and giving her team a chance to win and allowing Jasmine to try to win a 1v1. Absolutely huge by Alaska.
Timeout going to be called here by Phoenix as they face off against Orange.Sphynx, possibly picking up a 15th round victory here. And you've seen Misha's hand. She's pretty much turned to her teammates, and in the body language read right now, she's saying, what is going on? What is happening? What can we do here to try to combat against this? It's dire straits right now for Team Phoenix.
I also like the fact that they're that animated because it shows that they're really trying to work through the problems that are happening in these rounds. The last thing you want to see in these timeouts is when a team's just quiet, looking at their monitors just deflated. They're trying to find the way to get back in. This is definitely not out of reach. They're going to do a half buy here, which they're going to elect to. Is it a half buy or full buy? It's going to be a half buy. They're going to elect to go for the tie. Well, if they lose this round, of course.
Eve going to be pushing out here. Phoenix still holding on to a very similar strat that they've played off of for at least the last few rounds off of this A site.
GFI getting aggressive on team middle. She's done this twice before. She's going to pop flash by her teammates to get in there if she elects to go that route. Same shot by Phoenix going for the outside take with the smokes towards Sandwich and Bomb Train.
Ooh, gonna find a tag, but a quick retreat from GFI keeps her safe and alive. Good frag coming out. Mish will be dropped down. Argent with the AUG, able to find the first kill of the game. GFI and Jasmine dropped down very low. Argent taking 25% damage in that engagement. But it is going to be in favor currently of Orange.Sphynx, 5-4.
Phoenix trying to find a pick on T middle. Unable to find anything. Orange has fallen back pretty passive at that initial pick. Arel trying to find something going on inside with the Deagle. The smoke's coming off for Sandwich. They're going to make their way towards out T middle. Deco Gate's going towards Olaf, getting picked off by Argent.
Bomb going to be going down in Olaf. Kohaibe needs to do something here. It's going to be kill after kill picked up. Jasmine onto Arel, needs to spot it. Kohaibe is not able to put out the fatal damage. Kohaibe is able to stay alive. One more minute here. 30% HP to her name. Alel with 86, facing off against 4 of the members of Orange.Sphynx. Drop down going on to Alel. 1 member left. It's going to be Kohaibe. That's the 15th round victory coming in for Orange.Sphynx. One more round will seal the fate of map number 1 in this best of 3.
It's all going to come down. What is Phoenix going to do for the strategy? It's 15-11. It's time to win these rounds. They've been doing the same static strat the whole time, just like outside simple takes with smokes towards Hell and Sandwich. They got to show a little bit more of a diverse strategy, but at the same time, they haven't been able to win those rounds outside to allow them to get the pressure they want across the map. Ivy has not been working, inside has not been working, outside has not been working, so what are you going to do now to adapt to try to pick up this 12th round?
Well, you got to do something here. A lot of utility being put out. Kohaibe playing this very aggressive, the most aggressive push we've seen Phoenix play off of, trying to catch their opponents off guard, but it's not going to catch GFI off guard. Trades coming back and forth between these teams, but it's going to be Orange.Sphynx who finds themselves with 1 member alive. RG going to be dropped down. GFI now in favor of Team Phoenix. 2 versus 1, but such low HP on Alel, 3% and 60% on Mish. You have to wonder, can Jasmine actually pull this off?
Yeah, the flank's going to be perfect
Ooh,
timing.
there it is, 1v1. And it's only 3
HP.
HP. 1 tap will do it. It is likely going to be another round victory going over towards Orange.Sphynx, which makes it a map victory. Phoenix's map, to be exact, likely going to be going the way of Orange here.
Jasmine has full utility as well to smoke that bomb now to get the pressure on Alel to peek her. The Molly coming towards Z, unable to, there's the smoke we're looking for. That's going to put Alel under pressure.
Oh, she doesn't know, she doesn't know! From behind the train, able to find the off angle. Alel drops down Jasmine. Phoenix lives to see another day. 12-15, still holding strong favor towards Orange, but they have another opportunity to close out this game. They didn't expect that incredibly aggressive rush coming out from Phoenix, but certainly this time around, they'll be ready.
Alel completely saving her team there. Find that pick towards Ivy and to switch off onto the mid bomb train where the Orange had to jump on her with the initial shots to get that kill there, open it up for them to have the chance on the 2v1. Jasmine, unfortunately, had a lot of utility, but not using it early enough to get that pressure on Alel on the bomb train. But in the end, 15-12, Phoenix came back in the map, but at the same time, Orange is not under any real threat. They are low on utility, so if they win this round, Phoenix could potentially really go close to tying this.
And the aggressive push coming out right now. Drop down already going to be coming out. 2 of the players of Phoenix will be out of the game. Arel, Alel, now Kohaibe just going to be no. Decorges goes out. 5v1 scenario. Surely this is going to be the map here for Orange.Sphynx to take away. They spotted out Mish, and there it is. Eve takes away not just the round winning kill, but the map victory.
There's the loud coach for you right there.
I told you, it was the coach.
Front and center.
Coach,
unfortunate there
exciting
by
match.
Yeah, unfortunate by Phoenix there. They won that round to get themselves back in it, and they elect to go back to the little bit slower set execute on outside. I thought they might have just wanted to go again, get aggressive on that rush and go for it again. It was successful for them several times. Even in the the previous matchup on train against 7 p.m., it worked successfully for them. So to move away from that just seemed like it might have been a little bit of a misguided call. When it works once, you might as well just go for it again. There's nothing wrong with it. All your other strategies have not been working, so why not do it again?
Yeah, certainly. Such a dominant start by Phoenix. They really dropped the ball there. And GFI, the rest of Orange.Sphynx, they took control of it, Garrett. They ran with it.
And considering Phoenix won the first 2 pistol rounds.
Yeah.
Sorry, not the first 2. They won both pistol rounds. Right. And unfortunately, even after those, you only have 12 rounds and you lose 16-12. It shows the fact that Orange won so many gun rounds. And it all comes on the back of those 3 specific rounds and when they were down on numbers and clutching. It was GFI having that huge round, Jasmine with the clutch. A lot of individual performances from Orange that basically saved them in this matchup. Phoenix did pretty well. but unfortunately fell short in the end.
Argent will be your MVP of map number 1 on Train. 31 kills to her name, 19 deaths, 4 assists, 4 opening kills, leaving her with a KD of 1.63. Stellar performance from this player of Orange.Sphynx.
Yeah, she was absolutely a terror on blue train with the AUG. Playing aggressive on team middle was working very well with her. Her and GFI working in tandem. Completely up, just absolutely insane with the AUG, really showing up. We had a lot of big rounds with multi-kill, 3-kill rounds. Again, look at the ADR, but even Araldo on Phoenix having some big damage per round there. 27 kills, really showed up for her. She had a couple big rounds as well. Across the board, everyone on both teams had important rounds for each one of them. But in the end, it just came down to those clutch rounds by Orange that really set it apart.
Exactly right. Team stats here for Phoenix from the previous round that has been played. Pretty good kills. Mish falling on the low end of her teammates' performance. 0.65 KD with 13 kills, 20 deaths. But overall, good stats. I mean, it was a very well-fought game by both sides. Unfortunately for Phoenix, it is going to be Orange.Sphynx walking away with the victory. Let's take a look at the stats, though, of Orange.Sphynx. Argent and GFI, no surprise to see them at the top. This was something that we had seen them at least play beautifully throughout the series that we just saw played out. I mean, it's the way that we expected it to be.
Yeah, and with 14 kills on Alaska, but the key stat you want to look at her column is 5 opening kills. Opening kills are absolutely critical on the T side, especially to open your on train, to open it up and give yourself a chance to get some advantages across the map in terms of positioning. Really good by her, even though it was low kill. She had one big 3K as well to save her team on a rush. So overall, everyone contributed on both teams, but in the end, the few individual performances on those clutch rounds is what set it apart for Orange.
Yep, that's exactly right, Garrett. We are going to be transitioning over to map number 2. It's going to be on Dust 2, which is a map that we've seen some interesting fights take place on so far throughout the tournament. It is a map where strategies are tried and tested. You're going to expect, especially at this caliber of gameplay, that Phoenix and Orange.Sphynx, they know exactly what they want to do here on this map.
Yeah, this is Orange's pick, and definitely they're going to be strong on it. And going forward, losing both pistol rounds and still winning the map 16-12, they got a lot of momentum going behind them. And with the hype that they're doing in their matches, with the yelling, any kind of momentum that they're going to get is going to put Phoenix on their heels, and they're going to be a little bit of trouble. So going forward, I expect Orange to close it out on Dust 2.
So in just a few minutes, we will be breaking into map number 2. Will Phoenix be able to claw back and tie up the series 1-1, taking us into map number 3? Or will Orange.Sphynx close it out in commanding fashion and walk away at the end of the day to victors over Phoenix?
How do you reveal the hidden enemies in PUBG? Adjust the black equalizer to brighten darker areas, which makes it easier to spot enemies hiding in the shadows. How do you make your PUBG experience more diverse and convenient? Color Vibrance allows for more realistic and vibrant colors. It also provides the convenience to tune colors in-game, making you see the change instantly. Save up to 3 different settings based on your preferences, and use the S switch to quickly change between those settings.
Welcome back, everyone, to the ZOWIE DIVINA Women's Asia CSGO Championship. We are in the semifinal stages, the final best of 3 of the day, where Orange.Sphynx is competing against Phoenix. First map on train, went over towards Orange.Sphynx. We didn't expect it to. It wasn't their map pick, right? And especially with that start from Phoenix, well, that kind of made us think it was going to be going the way of them. However, that quickly changed, Garrett.
Yeah, it was a lot closer. It was very close. It was a very close matchup. The only problem was it was those very specific close rounds where Orange was just able to clutch. We had GFI have that huge 1v4. She had another close one where she almost clutched as well. Had a big clutch by Jasmine. It's just those separate rounds which caused them to fall back on the economy, which really saved Orange, because otherwise Phoenix was looking like with both pistol rounds that they were going to run away with it. But again, the experience behind the players on Orange really came up in handy and gave them the win, basically.
Yes, it did. We are transitioning, though, into map number 2. It's Dust 2, picked by Orange.Sphynx. And again, we have to at least wonder, what are the different strategies that are going to be played out by these teams? Is it going to be a landslide, or will it be just as neck and neck as map number 1 is? But we are getting ready to get into game here just shortly, as the players up on stage for both of the respective teams will be preparing for battle.
I want to say the op fights are going to pan out on Dust 2. Both teams haven't really, especially even on train. Again, ops are very common on train, and both teams elected not to go down that route. So I'm curious of who's going to step up on Dust 2 and bring out the op. But at the same time, we've seen a lot of the teams so far in this tournament shy away from it, with the exception of someone like Hazel. So if they're going to break out the ops, I haven't seen any player on both these teams really step up and dominate with it. So if anyone is going to do it, this is the time to do it on Phoenix's side, which I believe we've seen, 4 players of their team have the op at some point in this tournament.
Yes.
But not one sticking with it and dominating.
No, definitely no one stepping out and reigning supreme as the team opper for this Phoenix squad. But the ZOWIE Divina tournament so far has been an absolute blast. The games have been very close. The competition has been fierce, and we expect it to even ramp up further as we continue to progress through this tournament. Day 4, the final day tomorrow. We'll be kicking off here in about 10 to 12 hours time, and we're going to be able to at least start to figure out who the teams going to Valencia, Spain for DreamHack will be. It's going to be quite the competition. That prize of being able to qualify for DreamHack, Garrett, I think that is worth more than money itself.
Exactly. It's worth experience. And for the female scene that doesn't have a lot of events, and Divina stepping up and giving those opportunities, these players have never been to international events before, is absolutely critical to the development of the female scene in CSGO. So it's worth more than just money. It's just the experience, again, the travel to go to another country and represent. Obviously, every one of these teams have to basically represent their countries respectively. And
exactly.
It's just huge experience for them.
And when you think about it, they're representing the Asian region. They're representing all of the teams that they played with, essentially. So you have to be rooting for them as they continue to go forward, because it is going to be a global stage, an international land competition, where the prize money in that event can certainly make up for it.
Oh, yeah, that could change lives. It could definitely change lives, but again, it's not even about the money. It's getting the opportunity with these teams. It's going to be clutch, because there's a lot of young ladies here at this event for the first one. GFI, the one you see on the screen, the grizzled vet in the scene for CSGO females. Been to a lot of events, and you saw her experience on that previous map really shine through with the clutches that she had, and the individual decisions she made really came up huge for her team and gave themselves a win.
So Dust 2 is about to be underway here as our players load into the map. And starting out on the CT side will be Orange.Sphynx. Phoenix going to be kicking it off on T. And round number 1, the pistol round of the first half of map number 2, is going to be underway in 5 seconds.
No smokes on the side of Phoenix, which will elect to me that it might be a decision to do a B rush potentially, but it looks like they're going to end up going towards maybe long A. No smoke for the cross. So spanning out, maybe a 3-2 split here, but it looks like Bourne's going to be contesting long A. Game picked off early by Alel with a nice shot, trying to find that second, but being flashed back.
Eve able to trade it back on to Kohaibe. Aurel on to GFI. Now it's going to be a 3v4 in favor of Phoenix, but now Mish goes down. A 3v2. Eve going to be dropped down to 2% HP. Now out of the game. 1v3. Argent, the last remaining member alive for Orange.Sphynx here. Looking like they're going to be giving up another pistol round over towards Phoenix.
Trying to get this 3v1 from Catwalk. It'll be very hard.
Ooh, nice.
Headshots. That's the first one to open it up for them. That's giving them an opportunity now. There is no kid, so Argent has to speed this up if she wants to win, and Phoenix looking to trade off contact.
Quick tap coming around for D-Corgez, will be missing its mark. Spots out another member coming around A-long for Phoenix, and it's not going to be enough. D-Corgez finds the Glock headshot onto Argent, and Phoenix once again picks up the 3rd pistol round of this best-of-3 series.
The best way to get into this matchup and try to come back is winning these pistol rounds. Even though they won both last map, they did end up falling short to Orange 16-12. So is Phoenix going to do the same thing, get up 4 rounds, get all that economy behind it with Orange just to claw back? It's going to come down to individual performances from Orange once again to try to bring themselves back in this. Electing to do a full save with 2 HE nades. Phoenix going for a hard rush towards B, keeping it safe. But they are going to be walking into these nades. This could be a problem.
Four SMGs and an AK prepped and ready through upper B tons, and now a nade comes in from Eve. It's going to be able to find a connection onto a lot of damage. Mish, Decorge, Azarel going down, but it's going to be 2 members left alive for Orange.Sphynx as the B rush has executed, and that's going to be just 2 left. Jasminism and Alaska trying to at least figure out how to play off of this. All 5 still alive, but all 5 very weakened over on Phoenix's side.
Smart job by Orange with those HE nades. Unfortunately, just a second too late. If they threw him a little bit earlier, they would have connected with all 5 players from Phoenix and do a lot of damage and give him a chance to win the round. Unfortunately, unable to connect, but that tells me, I'm not even sure if that's just a strat that they do overall, or if that was an anti-strat from a previous match that they saw Phoenix play. We'll find out quite soon enough, but in the end, fell short with all 5 of Phoenix surviving so far, unless Alaska can pick one up. She does not. Phoenix, again, continuing the trend of winning pistol and keeping everyone alive and building up the economy and keeping the SMGs. This time, can they keep it on their side? On T side, Dust 2, looking good so far.
I mean, a very similar start to what we saw on Train for Phoenix. They were able to pick up 4 rounds in a row, but after that, we saw 9 rounds in a row picked up by Orange.Sphynx.
It throws you off, doesn't it?
It does.
I'm like, I want to say Orange.Sphynx so many times. Sphinx and Phoenix, but either way, going into the first gun round here, low utility by Orange. It's going to be a long A rush by Phoenix trying to get control. Committing all 4 people, though, all 5, I mean. Allow getting entry with the MAC-10 on the blind Alaska.
Exactly the way that they needed to play it coming out of that A rush. Now across long, trying to at least find some way to breach into this, but it is going to be a rotation now coming out from the other 2 members of Orange.Sphynx who had spread out towards mid and B. Possibly going to at least see another frag coming out as Jasmine gets dropped down and out by the MAC-10 of Kohibe. GFI holding on to Cat, trying to at least spot out some of the members. Able to get a nice FAMAS kill onto Alel. Eve comes in onto Kohibe. It's just going to be 2-3 players left here for Orange.Sphynx, as well as 3 players for Phoenix. A proper 3v3, but GFI has been dropped down very low, 18% HP.
This is a veteran play by GFI going for the long A flank here. Oh, they'll get elected to save. They had a chance they could have won that round because they had a smoke on Eve if they're able to smoke off that bomb and try to get the defuse, but unfortunately they do not have a kit, so it would have been a tall task to do, but at the same time, using the experience to fall back and save those weapons to give yourself a chance in the next round. Smart call, but again, gotta give credit to Phoenix there, winning that round. And on the back of their SMGs after pistol rounds, they play these first 4 rounds perfectly across the board, even in the previous matches and yesterday and the day before. They win the pistol rounds, they win the save rounds really strong, and then they continue that momentum. But the problem is, will they get past these next few gun rounds? They haven't been able to do so this far.
Round 3 victory picked up by Detonation here on the side of Phoenix. 3-0 as it currently stands. Orange.Sphynx not able to pick up a single round here in the first 3 of map number 2. But we could see that change here shortly.
Yeah, GFI on Train. Keep that AUG on that 1 round where she saved and she held upper on Phoenix's buy when Orange had to do a force, and it won them the round. And saving these 3 M4s, being able to carry this on, pick up 2 pharmacists, have another full buy. 3-0 for Phoenix. Looking to pick up this round 5 rifles across the board. Lots of utility, but very minimal on Orange. They got to be smart about how they want to deploy those smokes and mollies.
Smoke going off in the upper B tunnel is going to be at least stalling the bomb here on the side of Phoenix, but it's not looking like they want to commit here to this B rush just yet. Shots coming out will be connecting onto Eve, dropping her down to 35% HP. No kill coming out. So it is going to be a bit of a standstill here between these 2 squads.
Solid default so far by Phoenix, putting some pressure on middle and having someone already take catwalk this early in the round. Still a minute 15 left. Lots of options to go with strategies, and the bomb is in the B tunnels. Leaves a lot of options of where they want to go. It's going to come down as well with Kohibe putting a little bit of pressure towards long A with the smokes getting ready for the B split. Might be a fake to draw some more nades towards middle. So far, Phoenix taking their time and an absolute no rush.
Eve facing off against a little bit of pressure. Coming in.
And that's it. It drew out all the nades from Orange. They're only left with a few flashes and an HE grenade.
Yep.
Phoenix drew them out 45 seconds, still tons of time, and that's what happens when you have all that kind of catwalk pressure. And again, Kohibe stuck towards long A with a push. Looks like the bomb, no idea. They're running the clock a little bit too low here.
Only 30 seconds to try to make something happen. Decorge is going to be sprayed down by the FAMAS of GFI through mid doors.
The mid B split coming in. The bomb's going to be by herself in the B tunnel. If she dies with that bomb dropping, that's going to be the round over for Phoenix.
The push comes out. The smoke into CT will be blocking GFI's vision. Now from mid into B is where Phoenix is looking to go, but they're losing members left and right. A 3v3 scenario marked at a 3v2 now in favor of Orange.Sphynx as they're able to drop down one more. Arel, though, able to find the frag on to Argent. Now will be a proper 2v2. Alaska going to be rotating in here with Jasmine.
Just in the nick of time.
Molly goes off, trying to at least zone Phoenix off of the site, not going to be having its intended effect. The bomb continues to tick, and the zoning pressure in reverse comes out.
They do have the pop flash go over to try to retake the site. The flash comes in, but they're not taking it just yet. They're going to do a 1-1 split. Orel getting the first pick on the window and getting traded out by Alel, getting on the double doors. Great job by Phoenix. They're getting loud this time.
They are getting loud. I mean, it's a hyped up set of games here, Garrett. Phoenix is trying to walk away with a victory on their opponent's map. It'd be funny if it worked out that way.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. This is the third time now out of the 3 halves we've played where it's been 4-0 for them to start off. And this now they have the op on GF5 back behind just an upgraded pistols for the rest of their teammates. Is a weird, interesting decision for the buy, but at the same time,
it's a full faith and confidence decision.
Yeah, GF5 is just going to hold on to the op, going towards long A. She's going to find a contestant by Kohabi here. Misses the shot, unfortunately. Going to force her back. But now they know they have the op on the board, so they think Orange is bought completely. But literally they know they have the pistols. They're going to make a full, fast rotation towards the catwalk.
Catwalk going to be met with the resistance of the AWP. GFI with the connection onto Mish, dropping down one of the members of Phoenix here early on as she rotates back into mid doors. We'll be spotting out the rotation coming in from DeCorgis.
Almost got that pick on double doors there. She spots someone going towards the lower B tunnels. Has a sliver shot here, trying to catch someone, rotate from B towards the Xbox, which might be coming up soon from DeCorgis. They have the catwalk pressure, but again, very low on nades overall, just 2 smokes and mollies.
They're going to be crossing over here, Garrett. It's certain that GFI might have another opportunity to find a kill here with the AWP. Eve set up on the opposite angle of GFI so that the crossfire is in play.
I'm watching for Argent. She's playing the back of B with a deagle and the headshot angle.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is. That's the bomb down. She saw that drop. Smoke's coming in for the mid-B split.
Bomb has been picked up by Alel. Another tag, though, through the door. Going to be dropping Alel down to 23 HP. GFI, though, going to be traded out. The op is on the ground. And it's going to be a 3v4. Again, pistols going to be in play for Orange.Sphynx, picking up 2 kills. DeCorgis is going to be able to trade out Argent, but it's not going to make a huge difference. 5% HP versus 3 players at full 100 on Orange.Sphynx.
Once again, what can we say? GFI pulling it out for a team, and off the back also a CZ kills from Eve. Coming clutch on mid-B split, but GFI electing to buy that op with the rest of the team as an upgraded pistol is such a ballsy call to make at this stage of the game. 4-0 once again.
The op has been saved by Alaska. The AK has been picked up by Eve. Orange.Sphynx will be looking good here rolling into the next round, especially off of their first victory of map number 2 here on Dust 2.
Yeah, and the trend continues. 4-0 for each half, and to lose this round to Orange on a half buy, but again, on the back of GFI's op. This is going to be the momentum swing once again, or is Phoenix going to be able to break the tradition and pull this round over and put Orange back on the heels of the economy and put them into save mode?
If Orange wins 9 in a row here, Garrett, I'm calling shenanigans. Okay.
But then the Phoenix will get the last 2.
Right.
Which in the end is still not that bad.
And then I'm walking off the stage because that'll just be quite the deja vu moment here rolling into this next round. Round number 6 completely underway. GFI will be holding on to A with the AWP now retreating back over here, trying to at least get a spot through CT. Not facing off against any resistance just yet.
Phoenix spread out once again on the default. Oh, Argent trying to, this is going to get Orel play really aggressive towards B. That's on B tunnels and long A. That Phoenix is playing pretty aggressive with the AKs. They're going to give potential picks to ops on the CT side of Orange. GFI almost connected on a Kohabi early in the round. That's going to be something to look out for in the future. GFI going to get a pick here potentially on Kohabi when she gets pop flashed in. She didn't get spotted.
Didn't get spotted. Almost, though, had that mark for GFI. Will be rotating off of this, still holding on to Cat.
Her instincts told her to fall back. Excellent decision on that. Now she's going to work her way back towards the pit. Play towards Carr. Again, Phoenix has control of the catwalk.
Phoenix has been taking these pushes with the bomb very slow.
Yeah, but now they're looking to speed up things a little bit. They got 4 towards middle with the 1 on catwalk selling a fake.
2 rotating in through lower, now into upper B tons. As the bomb starts to maneuver their way through Cat, this is going to be an A plant, or at least that's the attempt of Phoenix for right now, as one of their members, Mish, gets dropped down and out to Alaska. Ooh.
Oh my God, what happened there?
Phoenix coming in huge. Eve Alaska going to be dropped down. Argent trades back on to Orel. It's going to be a 3v3.
Argent's ready. She's absolutely crazy.
Oh, all 3 stacking into upper B tons. Argent going to be spraying down with the AUG. Finds the first connection, unable to find the second or third. Will be dropped out. And that's likely going to be an easy plant here for Phoenix as the rotation comes in by the remaining 2 members of Orange.Sphynx. GFI going to be going up towards the window, trying to find any type of frag that she can.
Jasmine's going to be key on this flank here. No, they haven't hurt her just yet. It's going to try to get this pick on Decoy Gay. He's going to find it. He's going to leave Kohabi stuck between two players. Oh my God!
I thought GFI was going to be able to get in there and finish off that kill, but no, Phoenix is too strong. Kohabi with a nice flick over to the doors finds the kill. Round number 6 going the way of Phoenix, 5-1.
I need to see that replay. That was that had to be a complete flick by Kohabi there.
Oh, production, we need to see that replay.
Yeah, there's a pause.
Sure.
You got the time to show us now. I want to see that because it had two players in complete different angles that were able to trade off each other. And Kohabi began to pick on the tunnel to flick towards the double doors. It was absolutely dirty. Great save by her.
Garrett. This is it. This is it, Garrett.
This is the other one. Oh,
this is it.
What?
That was nasty. Kohabi with the next level awareness, able to secure that round. I'm glad that we can call for replays.
Well, it's also because of the timeout, I would say. Right?
No, Garrett, come on. Let's stay firm with this. We can call for replays.
We got to tell the team. The team did a really good job there.
Yes, holy cow, that they did. Big shout out to production here.
That's absolutely critical, though. That's a huge kill there. To get that win, now it's going to be putting them back onto 5-1 on the scoreline, and the money on Orange's side is going to be low. Phoenix is back in the driver's seat, but still their side of the economy is not solidified either. But in the end, that could be the game-changing moment for Phoenix. So instead of on train, where Orange had that insane clutch by 3 separate players, it's time for Phoenix to do it, and that was going to be Kohabi stepping up really huge in that critical moment.
2 of the members of Phoenix starting to gravitate their way over towards Cat, where 2 of the members of Orange.Sphynx have at least set up. It's looking like it's going to be an A push unless something changes. And the reverse comes out. Aurel able to at least spot out the first frag onto Alaska. GFA tries it right back with the deagle onto Aurel, now onto Kohabi, but that's going to be GFI going down and not Eve now onto Alel. It's going to be a 3v2. Jasmine goes down 2v2 now, heavily though favored towards Orange.Sphynx with 100 HP on both of their members remaining with 53% and 77% on both of the members of Phoenix.
Sick kills by GFI to give her team a chance, and Eve find that pick as well towards long A. The bomb is down on catwalk, so CTs do know this. At the same time, they do not need to defend this bomb if they don't want to. They could fall back and play positioning, but it looks like Arjun wants to take that fight with the AK. She's been crazy good in this tournament so far. Looking to have that lineup along the wall with her teammate baiting for her.
Shots come out.
And
He's
there it is.
down. Orange.Sphynx now takes down their second round victory of the game in round number 7. This could be the start of a climb coming here from Orange.Sphynx on Dust 2. We'll have to wait and see, though, how it transpires.
Back and forth. A big clutch by Kohabi the round previous to that, and then Orange returning the favor on their save round. That's going to be critical because that's going to put Phoenix on the low buys now. They're going to have to do a full save here to get a good buy going forward, but this could be the momentum change that Orange needed to get back in this half, and it comes off the heels of the 2 huge picks by GFI and Arjun. Who else but her to do some damage with those rifles where she's been killing it with so far in the tournament.
Smoke off on mid off of Orange.Sphynx. Bomb rotating now through lower B tons. Eve going to be holding on to mid. Might have a shot here on Kohabi very shortly.
Orange playing very passive across the board. They have not really shown that much aggression on their CT side outside of the save rounds. But at the same time, there's no need to do it on this map. But Phoenix has been doing a good job trying to draw out their nades. But right now, just electing to go with upgraded pistols, trying to find those initial picks, and Orange not giving them anything too easy. But they do have enough smokes to do a mid-B split if they want to go that route. It looks like that's what they're going to do.
Starting to prep now for this push through mid for 3 of the members of Phoenix. Pop flash going to be coming out, and now the push to follow. Through mid, E going to be preparing for this push on the B site. Through window, Kohabi going to be spotted. Arjun drops her with the AK. Aurel, though, and Decorge is going to be dropping Eve, but Arjun comes back in with another kill onto Decorge. Mish, though, drops Arjun. That's going to be B site secured for the terrorists, and they're able to pick up the bomb plant as the rest of the rotation comes out. 3v3 scenario. Mish dropped down to 13%, looking worse for wear as Jasmine starts to at least propel herself through the window, finds the frag, but immediately going to be dropped down in return.
Jasmine jumping in the beat a little too quick, but last coming with the huge flank. Again, we talked about this before yesterday. If you're going to try to retake this B bomb site, you need to send someone through the flank because it puts a lot of pressure on the remaining players in that site to hold too many different angles. But it looked like Jasmine almost threw that away a little bit, running through the window early in that retake. That could have cost Orange very, very dearly. But at the same time, Phoenix getting the bomb down on that save round is going to be huge for them going forward. Full buy coming in. Again, we talked about this as well. No ops on the board yet. These teams elected not to go that route, but Arjun has the AUG, which he's been terrorizing Phoenix with so far in this BO3. At B here, playing by herself with a little bit of support. Phoenix going to go back, trying to put themselves back in the round, get the 6th round. It's going to be another default looking setup, but they're going to be going towards long A. which GFI will be set up for with the rest of her teammates. Molly's coming in, Alel getting pushed out.
GFI able to find 1 kill, mark that now 2. Alel and Mish getting dropped down on Phoenix. Will be a proper 5v3 here as Kohibe starts to at least tick down in their HP, 76% HP. As they begin to rotate, Bomb and 1 player will be going through Cat while 1 holds on to mid for the time being. Slowly but surely advancing their position now will be Phoenix.
That smoke's really going to put a damper on their strategy. It's going to push them back and make them delay a little bit more time. Still a whole minute 15 left on the clock. A lot of opportunity for them to find a pick. Orange dedicating 4 of their players towards the A side, leaving Argent in the back of B solo, which is where it looks like Decor Gaze is going to be going. Trying to find a pick potentially on the B player solo. Looks like she's going to fall back, and it's going to end up on Catwalk. They have enough smokes to get themselves to the site, but nothing else other than that to really hold it. Is going to come down to gain these initial picks, and GFI could get caught, but she's going to fall back towards the car. Great setup by Orange to defend.
Jasmine going to be prepped and ready to spray down on top of Phoenix should they cross through Cat. They've committed to the strategy. Only 30 seconds remain, and the push now starts to come out by 4 of the members of Phoenix. Sorry, 3 of the members of Phoenix. Bomb going to be going down as Jasmine finds a double kill onto Kohibe and Aurel. GFI gets dropped out, but Orange.Sphynx picks up the 4th win of map number 2, 4-5, as the gap starts to close even further. Garrett, it's going to be neck and neck once again.
Yeah, GFI did a great job there, causing enough distraction towards the car to allow her teammate Jasmine in the ramp towards A to get those kills on the side. But the big problem I saw on that round was Phoenix deciding to take long A fast, but the problem was they didn't do it with the best spawns. And if you don't have the best spawns to take long A quick, you're going to get there too late behind the mollies and the smokes towards that corridor to get out, and they were caught in the choke point, which flushed out Alel to get picked off early and gave Orange 2 picks on that rush, which made them fall back towards Catwalk. So if you're going to take long, you got to do it with the better spawns than that, because it's not going to be good enough.
Timeout being called here as our players prepare themselves for the next round of the game, round number 10, where we could see Orange.Sphynx tie it up at 5-5. They have had a dominant push here, 3-round victories in a row.
Phoenix back on the side of upgraded pistols with nades. They have a lot of smokes towards this B side. They're going to throw a lot of smokes to cover the backside to try to get the bomb down. This is going to be a hard rush, so that Molly's going to slow him down. They got to put it out, which they do. Argent's by herself, though, with no support.
Oh, not able to find that first frag. A lot of damage, though, being applied onto the members of Phoenix. Eve holding onto the doors from mid side, trying to spray down, trying to find the connections, but the nades are coming out. The plant is going down for the terrorists, and they're able to find it.
Look at that Molly, though, did all that damage towards Phoenix. That's a
Holy
lot
cow.
of ADR for Argent there, even though she didn't get a kill. Phoenix has a chance to win this round, but it's going to get flushed out by all the nades by Orange.
Aggressive push through window. Eve going to be finding that entry frag, but immediately traded out by Mish. More kills coming out. Aurel going to be dropped down. Kohibe able to find a double onto Alaska, and GFI now going to be a 3v1, but with the amount of HP that the members of Phoenix are working for, Jasmine can certainly do this. Now a 1v2, finds the other one, and now just a 1v1, 33 HP on behalf of Decorgaze as she hides on B site, just on the lower plat. Not going to be spotted out just yet, but he knows exactly where it is. Jasmine going to be rotating around, tries to find the spray, and it's a game of ring around the rosy. Phoenix comes in with the kill. Out they go, but they will be dying to the detonation.
That's a critical mistake by Orange on the retake of B. They had all that damage that Argent put down with the molly. But again, I talked about it so many times before. You have to have a flanker on the B tunnels. Trying to funnel through 4 players through the window and the doors is just too much for such a small area to run through. That flanker, if they sent one in the tunnels, would have been able to get the picks on the players in the back of B, and they would have been able to have a retake, no problem. But unfortunately, unable to do so. And Phoenix finding a save round to get back on the board. And now it's going to be Orange back on the heels. This has been a back and forth affair with a lot of save rounds being won on both sides.
Different strategy than we've seen played out so far by Phoenix in this round, round number 11. Fully underway here as 3 of the members of Phoenix start to push towards Cat. Now Bomb as well, as they have gotten that frag onto Jasmine, securing their entry into this area of the map. Molotov going to be coming out, zoning them off of that push for the time being as the rotation comes in by 2 of the members of Orange.Sphynx through mid.
Trying to find their way back in this round. Got picked off early in Catwalk. Eve looking to make a push through the smoke potentially. GFI baiting for her in the other corner. Phoenix taking his sweet time on Catwalk and no rush to do anything, but they're going to make that push onto the site where it's going to be Alaska alone in the site with the Deagle looking to make these one shots.
Not able to find the tabs, continues to at least attempt them, but not able to find anything. Decorgaze Aurel able to find 2 kills. Eve trades back onto Decorgaze. Going to be a 2v4 scenario. GFI and Eve, the only remaining players of this Orange.Sphynx squad.
It's going to be a critical AK to save going forward. They need the money. Any kind of money at this stage of the game is going to be important. That nade does not do a lot of damage. It looked like it landed right on their feet.
Molly.
Oh, it was a Molly, I was going to say.
Yeah, Molly burned a little bit. She was able to evade most of that damage being applied there. 4-6, though, with the bomb being planted onto A. Will be a save round here for Orange.Sphynx as they concede the victory. 7-4 is what we're going to be looking at rolling into round number 12 of the first half.
This AK is going to go a long way for them going forward. This loss bonus is not enough to get a really fully healthy buy, but with that AK given down to one of the teammates that have the low money, it's going to help them out a lot. It's going to allow GFI to drop at M4 towards Jasmine, so you can buy buy utility, and Orange is going to be having a healthy buy. And if you look at the money towards Phoenix, they have enough to buy as well in the future rounds. It's going to come down to just a back and forth tilt here on the first half of Dust 2. A lot of rounds being lost here by silly mistakes, but going forward, we need Orange to come back and get back in this half and make it towards an 8-7 score line. But Phoenix has an opportunity here to close this out pretty strongly if they can keep Orange on the back heels. Get 11-4 score line. Looks like they're going back towards the default setup. But actually speeding up towards Catwalk.
Yeah, this play has been sort of paying off for them. They've been met with at least a little bit of resistance, a little bit of pressure thrown out by the members of Orange.Sphynx holding on to A, but no such zoning pressure just yet. Jasmine will be holding the FAMAS on the Catwalk.
Yeah, they've even realized that Orange has been playing triple long every round so far with contesting against Kohavi when she's been spotting it early. And with all that pressure, they realize they can take Catwalk at an early part of the round uncontested, which allows them, again, to fall back and decide whatever the strategy they want with that early pressure towards Catwalk. Long A not being contested too much, and they got 2-1-2 on the CT side of Orange. Pressure from B right there from the back of Decor Gaze, trying to keep the B players honest as best they can. Argent playing their solo once again, asking for no support, and it looks like they're going to fall back towards Catwalk and do a simple A take.
50 seconds remaining. That Phoenix has to at least find some type of attempt to get a plant down as they start to at least aggress their way through Cat, and that's going to be the start to the push here, trying to execute on to A, full 5 push, and it's going to be met with resistance. GFI with the first frag onto Alel. Mark that now 2 onto Mishi with the trade onto Kohavi. Alaska onto Decorgaze, and a round gets dropped by Alaska as well. That's going to be a commanding round victory going the way of Orange.Sphynx, and they're going to be able to pick up some weapons as well.
Just a complete stronghold by Orange. GFI getting 2 kills on the players dropping into CT spawn to try to split onto A. Absolutely good hold by the team there, only losing 1 in the process. If you're going to do a strat like that, you want to put a little more pressure towards long A so you can't have all 3 eyes of the A players towards that strategy being pulled off. Phoenix on the backside have 2 SMGs. This is a critical round for them. If they lose this, they're going to be on the save. Looking elect to just do a hard B rush, which might catch Orange off guard.
Push coming out right now, very aggressive through upper B tons. Going to be met with some shots coming out from Argent. She continues to try to hold this, but it's not going to be possible. Double frags coming out, securing B site for T side. As the plan is going to be had GFI peeking through window, Molotov coming up, trying to create zoning pressure off of that flank. Bomb goes down.
And there it is. Alaska going for the flank. Argent did a lot of damage in that round with that molly and then getting shots off onto 3 separate players. Did her job here to give her teammates a chance to come back and retake this site.
Flash coming out. Able to find at least 1 frag. Going to be traded out, though, back on the GFI. Jasmine goes down. Alaska now versus Malella. 1v1. Spray goes down. Phoenix picks up their 8th round victory here as we break into the 14th round of the first half of map number 2.
Nice dink onto Alel, but unable to finish. Arel having a huge round gain of 4 kills, only on 11 for the half, but at the same time, those 4 kills are absolutely critical of time for Phoenix. That's going to put Orange on a really bad buy if they want to go for it. 8-5 scoreline. It's been a back and forth affair. If you look at the top of your screen, a lot of trading in the rounds. Looks like Orange is electing to go for the final round buy. Can I succeed this round? Well, actually, you know what? They've won a lot of save rounds, so this is not going to be over at all. We've seen GFI step up before. Trying to find an opening from Phoenix to make a mistake. Not a lot of ops so far in this first half, huh?
No, I think the only one that we've seen really has been GFI when she picked it up when her team just had pistols.
Yeah, they saved and she bought an op. That was the time they decided to buy an op.
Yeah, interesting, interesting. 8-5, though, as it stands in favor of Team Phoenix as they look to try to pick up even more here. GFI does go down. Beast dropped down very low HP, but Alaska gets dropped as well. Phoenix showing dominance here. Not slipping like they did on Train in the previous map. Jasmine goes down as well, 2v5, all 5 still alive for Phoenix as they continue to hold on.
I'm a little nerd here, but if you look at the scores from the CT side, it's 11, 10, 9, 9, 8, 7.
Yeah.
Nice line. I've always liked seeing that for some reason. It happens a lot in CS, but either way, I don't know why. I wanted to point that out. It meant a lot to me. It just shows that they're being very consistent across the board.
Yeah.
But Phoenix looking pretty good on this first half so far. Ended up getting that pistol and rolling off of that momentum to get 9 so far in the first half. Unlike the previous map on Train where they let it slip, this time holding on strong and find a way and their mental fortitude to pull back those rounds that they lost that they shouldn't have. Right now, trying to close it off with a 10-5 scoreline. SMG still on Kohabi, which is kind of a curious decision, but they're going to go for that B rush once again. This is the third time they've done this.
Third time, I mean, it's paid off. They're not met with much resistance. Only 1 or 2 players of Orange.Sphynx continue to rotate this direction. Kohabi with a nice spray in the entry, able to find 1 frag, but is going to be traded down by Eve, who continues to hold down onto B site. Finds 1, but not going to find the other. Will be dropped down by DCorgez. It's going to be a 3v3 scenario as the rest of Orange.Sphynx starts to rotate from A.
And that all happens because Orange missed the molly onto the B tunnels. They threw it too short, which allowed Phoenix to run in uncontested, catching them off guard, leaving a 3v3. Retake again is very similar to the round before.
Molly likely going to be going to back plat where DCorgez is currently holding on to. Opening up some type of move for GFI to make from upper B tons.
That's perfect. I was going to allow the flanker from the tunnels to get that kill, but Jasmine's going to pick it up instead. GFI going to flank here.
Oh, GFI going to get Arel very easily. She knows where she is. Able to tag down OL, and now just Arel, and there it is. Huge, huge, huge play coming out from GFI with the bomb defuse coming in. That's going to be 6-9 going into the half.
Yeah, big round by GFI. She actually flanked that a little bit too slow. If she went a little bit quicker, she would have been able to flank that better and help her teammates when they're trying to enter into the site. But in the end, able to pick up that 2v1.
That was a close one.
Yes, what else is new, though? She's done it before. The experience coming in handy.
What a good setup there, though, from window to Molly off, back plat, so that GFI could actually effectuate that plan. That was the setup that you see these competitive CSGO teams at the top level of competition making, and it's great to see it here on this ZOWIE DIVINA stage.
One thing Phoenix could have did a lot better on their B-side takes was actually leave a player back in the tunnel to watch for those flanks. That flank helped out to give Orange a chance to do the retake. If you leave someone in the tunnels, that's a lot of opportunity for them to have, just basically keep their head on a swivel, to watch the flank, but then at the same time, when the teams are trying to retake from the window and doors, to have that presence from the tunnel to shoot on those angles can really lock it down for you on the T side. And look at that, Phoenix having a great time, up 9-6. Move on to this next pistol. Are they going to win now, the 4th pistol in a row for themselves?
We shall see. Taking a look at Mish here, pushing up on Cat. A few replays from the first half of this game. Big push coming out from Kohabi that almost secured them the B site, but it was a little bit too much once you factored in that flank play coming in here. Jasmine with that excellent Molotov on the back plat. That's what secured GFI's ability to then find the game-winning kills and then the defuse. 6-9, though, rolling into the second pistol round of this map. Again, pistol rounds have been going dominantly in the favor of Phoenix. They've won 3 out of 3 so far, looking to make it 4 out of 4.
They got the utility to take this, do a long A take, have Even going. Eve's actually going to have the smoke towards Catwalk. Get a smoke off the mid B split to basically cause a distraction to allow Orange to walk up long A. Getting spotted off early by Arel. Eve trying to fake out middle, try to cause a distraction on the slow rotation.
3 of the members of Orange.Sphynx, though, going to be aggressively pushing down A long. 1 gets tagged out. It's going to be GFI dropped out as the other 2 push up aggressively. Able to take down at least a position here on A site as the rest of Phoenix starts to at least rotate. Another kill down on the catwalk. Kohabi will be going down and out to the Glock of Alaska.
Perfect call here to push Catwalk. You cannot plant in A being surrounded by all sides. You got to take a pressure and go take towards Catwalk and plant for it. They have no nades on the CT side to block off the plant. They only have the HE on the backside of DCorgez. 3v3, but it's all going to come down to DCorgez on the flank from long A. Meeting up with her teammate Mish. Jasmine's going to hide in this corner and wait for the bait for the teammates on Catwalk to cause a distraction.
DCorgez is going to be pushed back, but here it comes Mish as well as Alel off of A site. Will be finding the kill, and now the rotation back. Argent going to be dropping down Mish, but Alel trades out Argent. Alaska now onto DCorgez, a 1v1 scenario, and it's going to be Alel that ends up getting the kill. Now she just has to find the defuse, and it will be the round victory going over to Phoenix.
Good job by her. I don't know if she has this. Nope, she
no,
does not.
she doesn't.
Nope.
She has to pull off it. That's going to be a round victory, yeah, and she dies. Orange.Sphynx with the
Wins
victory.
their first pistol.
You know what? It had to happen.
It had to happen. Phoenix was looking good there. Unfortunately, they didn't have a kit, though, on the backside end of their players. I think the only one that had a kit was DCorgez on the back of Catwalk, which was just too far away to pick that kit up to run back into the site. So technically, Phoenix won that round.
Oh, that was close. Unfortunate.
But now Orange finds their opportunity to get back in the match, and go on a run of their own to take back control.
Round number 17 underway as we see a 3-person rush coming out from Orange.Sphynx towards upper B.
Yeah, but look at Phoenix has already 3 over there, but it looks like one of them is going to be on a quick rotation. GFI is trying to find the first 2 picks in there. Digo is taking the 1 out. Arjun for trading back. Allow with the taser. We've seen it land successfully before by her. Trying to find 1 out. She's trying to see if she can get a weapon, but unfortunately, you're not going to be able to find a kill in B with a taser trying to enter that retake. You're going to have to rely on Orange to try to fall back, run through you to try to give you the opportunity.
Window going to be mollied off, pushing Alel back off of that position. B-site dominantly held right now by the members of Orange.Sphynx. GFI, though, out of the game already. 3v4 scenario in favor of Sphinx.
I hope she hits this somehow. I hope she finds a way to get that taser. That would be sweet. But it looks like, Kohabi's going to be in the B-tunnel trying to find her kill. I'm not sure if she has a taser, too. She had one before in that exact same angle, if you remember that for the last time on Dustin. Yeah, look, there it is. She had this done before, and she landed on it.
Yeah, she did.
But it looks like Orange is not going to go down. Oh, I might have spoke too soon.
Oh, down.
Do it. Do it.
There it is. Oh, not able to find
it.
Eve able to pick up the kill there on Kohabe, but a round victory going over towards Orange.Sphynx. This map is neck and neck once again, 8-9, still in favor of Phoenix, but that lead has been diminished.
They're looking towards A here. Gonna go elect to take a hit there. 3 SMGs on the, actually 4 SMGs. If they win this round, it's gonna be again the mirror of the last 3 halves. Yeah. It seems to be the trend. It's gonna come down to Phoenix needing to hold us with very low utility, taking that long A rush, but they're not gonna be contesting it. And this is where it's going to get tricky for Orange because if they don't have this contestant, they're not going to be able to take long A without a long-range weapon to really support them outside of GFI's AK. She's going to be trying to spot shot an entry for them at the same time. They're going to be grouping up and smoking across.
Now going to be aggressing down long A.
Or not smoking across.
2 members currently sitting on A site for CT, able to be spotted out. Arel going to be taking down G5. Alel going to be taking down Alaska, but the quick trade comes out. Arel and Alel going down. Kohabe with a double kill onto Eve and Jasmine, but Argent comes in onto Kohabe. Misto finds the round-winning kill. 8-10, yep. Phoenix.
The damage was still done. Even though they didn't win the round, getting 3 kills is still pretty big, and they have enough money to buy behind this with AKs. And if they win this round, Phoenix is going to be broke. So the strategy, also, you want to win those rounds, but getting 3 is the minimum amount that you need to really cause a disruption on the Phoenix's economy.
Round number 19, about to be underway here as we see the buys come out from both of these teams. GFI going to be pushing into long here, not going to be met with any resistance from the corner position just yet. Rotating back out now, looking like they're going to be favoring either a mid push or a cap push.
I like the fact that Phoenix has been prioritizing the utility nades over the upgraded weapons. Allows them to have multiple options in terms of defending the sites that they have, but at the same time, they've been playing pretty heavy towards B. Maybe their scouting of Orange indicate that they're going to be attacking B more often, playing pretty heavy towards that site on a 2-1-1 setup. Alaska looks like it's going to be a 3-2 split onto A. No pressure towards B just yet.
Going to be checking out Pit, just clearing your angles here for Eve, as she is going to be spotted out by Arel around the corner of long A. Rotating back here.
Alel's going to rotate back to try to support, but Kohabi's all alone by herself on close catwalk. That's where it's all going to come down. If she's going to be able to get picked off here, she's in a lot of trouble with no support. Orange finding a kill on Arel and Kohabi there. That's going to be the squeeze, and now the retake's going to have to come in with only the pressure from CT spawn.
3v4 scenario. Argent, though, only working with 7 HP on behalf of Orange.Sphynx. Eve going to be dropped down to 56, but the zoning pressure has been had. The bomb is going to be planted on A site, and Alel is not going to be able to rotate through CT just yet. Spots out GFI, though, trying to get the taps behind car. He's able to find a little bit of damage, but not the fatal damage that was intended. GFI dropped down to 11% HP as she starts to at least rotate back.
Alaska find a kill as the smoke dissipated on Decorgaze. 4v2, got to fall back and save these weapons. That round really comes down to Kohabi playing by herself on catwalk. She was able to get picked off by one of the members of Orange, and that allowed them to walk into A uncontested besides the one player that was stuck towards long A. They're not really helping support each other with trading at all, playing 2 individual, and that's going to cause them a problem they need to fix, especially with the way Orange plays. Very aggressive, looking for those aim battles, and if you're by yourself, you're just going to get traded out.
Detonation goes off. Orange.Sphynx picks up their 9th round win of map number 2, and it continues to remain neck and neck between these two squads to round out day number 3 of the ZOWIE DIVINA event.
Money's pretty low on Phoenix.
Yeah, exactly right. They need to do something big here to at least try to regain that economy.
We've seen these rounds happen before where it looks like they're out of it because they have low money and they can't really fully buy behind it, but we've seen both teams come up with huge rounds from individual players to salvage themselves. Looking to beat Alel and Mish this time around.
Could be met with resistance as they cross through the doors right now. Able to find the first frag will be GFI with the AK headshot. Just waiting for anything else to come from this angle as Orange.Sphynx slowly but surely advances their position closer and closer to long A. One of the players, Eve, going to be dropping down in the pit as Alaska tries to hold the corner, checking out Carr, making sure every angle is clear before they decide what type of approach they're going to be making here. Bomb, though, retreating a little bit over towards mid and cat. Spray coming out as Argent has spotted out one of the members of CT.
Orange looking to do the same kind of strategy before. Keep it simple on a 3-2 split on towards A. Mish taking a contesting on Eve, getting the first pick, getting traded out by Alaska. No smokes in the cross outside of CT spawn from middle. Kohabi getting picked up on catwalk once again. Solo Alel trying to find a trade on the Xbox there. Getting traded out once again by Jasmine, leaving only Decor Gaze on her own, getting put out. Orange seems to be just sticking to a 3-2 setup here with a smoke towards CT spawn from middle to cause a disruption from the rotations. That seems to be what they're trying to do, but at the same time, leaving opportunity for Phoenix to if they have an op towards A, they can cause a lot of damage, but we haven't seen the op being played very much at all, only from GFI that one round in the first half.
The matchup between these two teams is incredible. 10-10 once again. We saw this on the previous map on Train, where it was tied up at this score point. We'll see who's going to be able to pull ahead here as a timeout will be called as these teams regather themselves for the final possible 10 rounds of map number 2, where Phoenix is looking to put a map up on the board so that they can continue their stride here into map number 3, which will be Mirage.
Definitely evenly matched so far. These rounds have been going back and forth across both maps. Teams seem to be evenly strength. They just come down to these few clutch rounds that really turn the tide. Phoenix needs to find a way to better defend against the way Orange is attacking the A bomb site. Bomb being left off in spawn. Going to go into a default setup. Taking long and kind of quick to contest it. It seems like they've been doing that as well. They've been not shying away from that, and Phoenix has been putting a little more pressure towards the catwalk. A little bit opposite from how Orange played their CT side.
2-3 split currently here for Orange.Sphynx. 2 over towards upper B tunnels. The bomb going to be following Argent.
I like this play. They're just faking like they're doing the exact same strat as before. Only difference is they don't have the smoke for CT spawn of middle. Trying to cause a distraction toward long A to allow them to walk in to be a little bit easier uncontested. And this Phoenix setup right now with 2 catwalk is going to allow Orange to have just that chance. It's really going to come down to Mish playing B by herself to really put some support in. Aurel playing the rotation for her.
Jasmine going to be holding mid doors, looking down, trying to find the spot onto any of the members of Phoenix who could possibly be crossing over.
And this is the fake right here. That's the smoke we needed. That's going to sell it off like they're doing the 3-2 on the A split.
Pop flash going to be going out as well. And now the rotation over towards upper B through lower will be coming out here and likely going to be a push coming out as well. Argent going to be leading the charge now, trying to at least scope out the B site. Not yet finding any type of resistance, but Argent going to be spotted out. Mish with a quick drop, but Mish going to be traded out thereafter. It's going to be a 2v3 in favor of Orange.Sphynx as they almost take dominant control here of B, but they got to rotate around. They have one member not currently on site, and they are facing off against a push coming out from Phoenix with 2 alive.
And Alaska, they know Alaska is playing on towards catwalk, so they're really worried about that flank coming in. Alaska deciding to fall back all the way towards B tunnels. B taking to come in. Aurel making a push by herself first. DK is still watching that flank. She's really worried about Alaska, who showed that presence on the catwalk.
You have to wonder what is DK is going to be able to do here. A 1v3 scenario. The bomb is ticking down. She doesn't have a lot of time to work with and has to make the move here soon. Not going to be spotting out GFI. There it is, and GFI finds the frag with the AK and takes down the 11th round victory. If Orange.Sphynx is able to take down this game, Garrett, they take down the best of 3.
Yes, for sure. I like that strategy as well. I thought it was very perfectly timed. The only problem I had with it was with their entry into B. If they were able to do it just a little bit quicker, would have sold off the fake a little bit better. When you do those fakes, the longer you take, it's easier for the team to basically be able to read it. And Phoenix did read it. Unfortunately, they lost the trade on the catwalk when they were trying to flank. That basically cost them the round. But in the end, Orange keeping it simple with the strategies, but also calling them at the perfect time.
Coming out, a huge stack though coming out from Phoenix onto those doors. We'll be able to find one frag But Arel trades out 2. Decorgaze will be going down. 3v4 scenario. Mish with 13% HP.
Going to be able to find that pickup with the AK. So
This
both,
is likely going to be an
AKs.
easy plant on the B, coming out from Orange.Sphynx as they make that rotation through upper B tons.
Eve, though, is stuck between both CT. She's going to go down here. It depends on how many players she can pick up wall before she goes down. Orange making her way into B. Smoke coming out. That's going to give her some cover to work with.
Oh, and then she pushes door is going to be immediately spotted. Pistol headshot taking down Eve. 4v2 scenario as Jasmine and Alaska hold on to site with the bomb plant going down.
This is going to be hard to take, but Alaska's in a good position to really hold this retake. Jasmine completely blind, takes out the 1. Wow. And there it is once again, like we talked before, another save round 1. Oh,
Yeah.
wait. Yeah, the bomb's more than enough time. I thought I heard it a little quicker.
Yeah.
Another save round being won. That's several times on both maps that this has happened to pull a team, to give them a chance to come back into the match. It's a little bit of sloppy CS on these save rounds. Got to be a little bit slower, more controlled, but instead making these decisions a little bit too hasty. But at the same time, Orange has a lot of money to buy behind this.
Dare I say, these are the closest maps that we've seen played out between 2 teams here so far in the ZOWIE DIVINA CSGO Championship for the Asia region.
GF5 breaking out the op, and Decorgaze is the first time on both maps now that we've seen an op on both sides of either team. Decorgaze making her way towards long. It looks like she's going to have a fight versus GF5.
Op to be prepped and ready. Decorgaze
nice
finds the
shot.
headshot onto GFI. Out she goes, and that's going to stall the members of Orange.Sphynx in their track.
That was a fun op battle duel to watch. Decorgaze getting a shot off wall blind and being able to collect the kill onto GFI. The top player on Orange being eliminated early, giving them a good chance to take this round and make it 12-11. Going to need a big individual play, though, to find their way back in. Got a 1-2-1 setup on the T side. They'll have a lot of control over the map. And again, here's the problem. Kohabi's by herself. If she gets picked, this is the way they're going to find their way back in the round. But it looks like Arel actually might be catching up to support her.
Jasmine going to be holding on here. The smoke comes out, going to be at least stalling any type of push that could come through Cat as they continue to at least watch. No real advancements here just yet, but the rotation will be coming off of A long and back towards mid. We'll be picking up the bomb and likely trying to execute something off of B.
She saw the fall down into the tunnel, so this is going to be an obvious B take. You see her moving away towards B. The catwalk players are not going to make a move just yet, but they're going to walk in, try to take this site dry.
And they're not going to be able to find that first frag. Trading out, though, onto Mish. LL going to be taking down 2 of the members of Orange.Sphynx. Now going to be a proper 3v2. Jasmine on 7% HP, Eve on 100. And the plant will be going down.
Phoenix selecting not to put a player on the flank. We know how I feel about that.
Molly onto window, keeping that zoning pressure off as doors will now be scoped out. From the mid push coming out of Phoenix.
Orange has 2 flashes to play with and another Molly to delay this retake. I'm not sure if Jasmine realized she picked one up.
Push coming out, Decorgaze trying to get a nice snipe through the box. Not
There's
able to
the Molly.
find it. Eve going to be taking out Jasmine as well. Phoenix is executing off of these B plant pushes very beautifully, and they're picking up win after win after win. Phoenix retakes the lead, 12-11.
It all comes down to this next round. This is the exact same scoreline we saw on train. Orange going to be buying, yeah, they're going to be able to get some weapons here from Alaska, having 9K. Phoenix pretty set up on the economy side. They got to lose 2 rounds in a row to have to force a buy. Right now, it's a back and forth affair. I'm loving this so far. Some solid CS across the board. Just a few missteps along the way on save rounds, which has cost both teams very dearly.
But round number 24 is underway, and we're working off of a push over towards the A side of things, at least for right now.
Which might be the right call because they have 3 dedicated towards that B site.
Mid going to be watching Cat, possibly. Not going to be spotting out anything just yet, as the smoke will be providing proper concealment. Kohabi holding on to A site. We'll be looking over towards Cat. The Molotov going to be extinguishing.
This is a tall order to hold A like this. They have no support from anyone from CT spawn just yet.
Yeah.
Orange electing to go with the utility over the AKs. You see the utility on the people with the upgraded pistols. They need to get there a little bit quicker because they're too far apart with the, Decoy is too far apart. They're going to be stuck here all by themselves.
Alaska tries to take the peek. It's going to be
there
up.
it is.
GFI and a double kill. Kohabe and Arel going down and out. The A site secure coming in as the bomb will be reaching down A long to try to find the plant. The cross has been had, and the rotation away from Phoenix.
Yeah, and Orange is not going to lose any members in the process after the bomb explodes. That is honestly the definition of not how to hold A.
Yeah.
Both long A and catwalk player playing passive in the site, which is allows you to get squeezed, no problem from both angles. And if you're going to do something like that, you need support from your mid player. And unfortunately, Decoy Gaze wasn't close enough to support. And you just saw the way Orange took that site just too cleanly and too easy. You cannot play like that again. And it's going to be seeing Phoenix have to adapt the way they're holding A. They've been playing double up on catwalk several times so far. And Orange might sense a weakness.
Once that bomb detonates, it's going to be 12 all. Tied up once again between Orange.Sphynx and Phoenix.
GFI leading this team as well on the scoreboard. Once again, just showing her domination. Now they're going to be chasing. Getting the op, though, that's going to be huge. Unless the Love can get to the op in time, which he will.
It's going to be a good pickup for her.
That made it a little bit more costly for Phoenix.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect the Terrace that much with their economy if you drop, but the CT definitely does. Again, both sides are pretty healthy in terms of money right now. It's going to take 2 wins in a row to really set them back. No op on the side of Orange. Sticking with the AKs, and honestly, it might just be another 3-2 split unless they're going to switch it up here.
P90 coming out for Kohaibe. The first time we've seen her display that, the shutters on the caster desk.
You know what, though? It's been working for them.
Hey, P90 on Cat, that is the way to play it, Garrett.
You know, if you're going to have this gun, I will say this. If you're going to have this gun,
yes,
this is the place to do it.
Yep.
But look, she's again by herself. This is not okay. So
I feel like that's a very strong positional weakness for Phoenix.
But it's Alaska going to get caught off by herself, so it can work out. There it is. Now she has to fall back, so it worked out for her. But that's just not a smart play, to be honest with you. That's just there's too many things that can go wrong. And she's not falling back. She's continuing to stay there, playing really aggressive, feeling confident.
Going to be rotating around here, possibly spotting out her.
Finds a double.
P90 surely paying off here for Kohaibe. Op going to be firing by Decorgaze over towards Pit, trying to find the connection onto one of the 3 remaining members of Orange.Sphynx.
Kohaibe coming up huge with that P90. Still a mistake in playing that position. I will not change my mind on that, but finding those kills. Decorgaze landing on Argent. And this is going to be a clean win by Phoenix, much needed.
Jasmine gets dropped down, and there it is, 13-12 now as we enter into round number 26. Not many more rounds to play out here. And Garrett, we could be seeing a map number 3 popping off in just a few minutes' time.
I'd like to see maybe Orange do take a note out of Phoenix's book and just rush B.
Yeah.
Phoenix did it 3 times in the first half, so why not try that out of their playbook? Going with pistols and upgraded armor. They've already won a save round just like this. Need to find a second.
And there's that B rush.
There it is.
At least so far, not diverting off of it.
Oh, they're going to go a little bit slower this time.
Yes.
It's going to be a mid-B split most likely.
Sending Jasmine down to lower B tunnels, followed up by Eve. 3 remaining in upper.
Phoenix has a great setup to defend against this, a 2-1-2. It's all going to come down to Alel, who's playing middle with the AK. If she's been able to support the B side, not get picked off. This is going to be a straight walk into B, I believe.
It possibly could be a dominant walk into B because only 2 members are going to be holding it for Phoenix. Prepped and ready, Mish. Not spraying down if she did spray there, though.
Oh, no, they're going to fall back. Something didn't tickle the fancy there. Going to make a decision change. The time is ticking, though. No pressure towards long A or catwalk. It's getting a little bit obvious. They might move this into a mid-B, but they still have 2 smokes on the board.
Bomb going to be rotating back up to upper as Eve drops down with her teammates Alaska as well as Jasmine.
Kohaibe's in a great position to flank, though, on this mid-B split.
Trying to set up a pop flash in through mid, and there it is. The mid-B split is going to be in full effect here. 3 members of Phoenix trying to hold it off, and they're going to be able to get the bomb down, and there it is. Phoenix once again walking away with a round win, 14-12. Phoenix is almost there, Garrett, to push us into map number 3.
Good job by them with the hold. Orange is going to be able to come back with a full buy. They need to change up their strategies a little bit. They're becoming a little stale with their decisions. Yeah. Nothing too fancy just yet. They need to take over that catwalk. You saw Phoenix in the first half consistently take control of it. Orange not doing so just yet. Kohaibe needs to get pushed back from that catwalk. She's playing a solo by herself. Very risky. And again, Phoenix is putting a lot of pressure towards that B side. And they're giving Orange an opportunity to take A. They're just not executing the way they need to.
Rotating around towards mid now, looking like it's going to be a cat push by 3 of the members. Now mark that 4 as the bomb now starts to approach as well. Kohaibe going to be holding on to Cat as a solo.
once again. She might pull this off. GFI finding a pick on the mid rotation.
Good pick. There's the second one onto Kohibe. Now going to be 2 down for Phoenix. As Orange.Sphynx looks to take control of A site and get the plant down. One member, it's going to be DeCorgius, holds the op in the back part.
This round is lost. You want to save that going forward. You can find a couple exit kills, which will really help them in terms of the economy because Orange is not set with the money. But again, a little bit of a sloppy hold there. You had Kohibe once again playing by herself on catwalk and then pushing beside the smoke. Not the safest move. GFI find a kill on Arel.
Making it more and more expensive for the members of Phoenix going into the final few rounds of the map. But Mish will be dropping GFI. A trade back for V1 scenario. Eve going to be found out. This is becoming a little bit disastrous here for Orange.Sphynx. Sure, they're going to be picking up the round win, but they've lost a lot in the process.
Alex knocked to pick up the op. They know where Mish is right now. Or Mish, sorry, not Mish. Mish. Not going to be chasing her down, but that's going to be a good round for Orange. They're trying to find their way back into this. Phoenix still has enough money to do another buy.
13-14, Garrett. It's a close game here in map number 2.
Definitely keeping it tight. These teams showing that they're neck and neck in terms of skill. Just a few individual mistakes here and there that have cost them rounds.
Phoenix wins 1 round, and we're at least going to be going into a tiebreaker, possibly even map number 3, if they're able to get that 16th secure. But round number 28 is underway.
And there we see the change. Phoenix having 3 go towards A. Boosting up Kohibe on the catwalk. I think they just missed
the first one. They were trying.
They're missing.
Yep. And the push comes out around A-long. DeCorgius with a nice frag onto GFI, but Argent trades it back onto Alel. Kohibe once again all alone here on the catwalk, able to find the spray down, but gets traded back out instead. DeCorgius with another AWP kill onto Jasmine. Just going to be a 2v3 now in favor of Phoenix, where they look to try to pick up their 15th win here of the game. Argent, a solo player for their squad, picks up a kill. It's a 1v2. It's certainly going to be doable here, especially with the HP that Mish is working with.
There's any player you want in this outside of GFI, it is Argent. She has the skill to win this round. She has the cross here in the open. She has the smoke to do so, electing not to take that time. She has a minute and 5 seconds left on the clock. The longer she waits, the more Phoenix is going to doubt where she is. That is the play to have here. You can see already Mish making her way through B tunnel, leaving Arel by herself in CT spawn.
This could be the fight that Argent is looking to take here, 1v1.
Arel's actually hiding completely, though. She's not even spotting the cross.
Yeah, she's in CT behind the wall. It's going to at least create a free cross here for Argent. Still going to be able to keep that smoke utility.
Push this.
She's hunting. She doesn't want the plant. She wants the kills. Oh, now we're back retreating.
I would have loved to see that.
I would have too.
But now Argent knows she has a choice to where she can plant, but she's worried that they might have someone on catwalk. If she plants her catwalk here, that would just be really cheeky. But she's just looking. There's no need to rush here. The longer she takes, though, Mish is going to find out that it's not going to be going towards B. She definitely thinks someone's on catwalk. Yeah, now she knows.
The immediate rush back to A site to get the bomb plant down with 10 seconds remaining.
Yep.
And that's going to be calling in Mish from...
But here's the thing, though. Phoenix is split up. 1 catwalk and 1 CT spawn. This is winnable. All the smoke coming in for cover.
She was able to save that smoke. She didn't have to use it for the cross, and now it comes back to pay off huge for her, at least so far. But the push comes out from Arel from CT. Attack comes in. Argent can be dropped down. Huge play coming out from Arel. And the defuse will be had. That's going to be the 15th round victory here for Phoenix.
That was a little bit of a questionable decision because she had the smoke that she could play around and use it to block off cover, but instead electing to hide in it.
And it ended up not working for her in that round. So at the very least, we will be going into a tiebreaker if Orange is able to secure the next 2 round victories. But if not, it's going to be a map win here for Phoenix. And into map 3, we will go on to Mirage.
DeCorgius has played towards A long that round, got 2 kills. Pause coming in from Orange. DeCorgius electing probably most likely to go back towards long and do the same kind of setup as has been worked for them. Orange trying to find a way to change their strategies to pick up these last 2 rounds.
I really thought Argent was going to have it there, Garrett.
I thought she was going to win too. And when she put that smoke down, I'm like, that's it. She's going to isolate where she can get killed from. But unfortunately, she decided to hide in the smoke, which basically put the smoke, just put her only advantage that she had in the back pocket. Both CD players were separated. She could have isolated them 1 by 1.
All right, time out is over. What could be one of the final rounds here of map number 2 is underway. And we'll see if Phoenix is going to be able to close it out here.
Yeah, I want to see how they're going to adapt their strategies on the T side here. They've been going A almost every round. They're going to elect to do it again. It's just they haven't been using the utility to take the sites. Decoy is going long A by herself, getting flashed off. She's going to elect to fall back to Car. She's trapped. They do not know she's there, though. She has not played this angle yet, so it might be good enough for a surprise kill.
All AKs on the sides of Orange.Sphynx. Going to be tagged down, able to find the trade, but
Good
Alel
trade.
gets the second one on to Alaska. And that's going to be Argent going down once again with the AWP coming out from Decorgaze, a 2v4 scenario, and it looks like Phoenix might be closing out map number 2 here very shortly.
It looks that way, but they have GFI up, and she's won these rounds before. Alel playing behind the smoke on catwalk. They are separated. The only advantage Orange has here in terms of strategy is the fact that all the CT players are separated, not able to get traded out. Alel fell back into the site to have some support from Decorgaze, so that's very good for her. Arel is pretty separated from her teammate.
A minute left, a lot of time to work with here for the two remaining players of Orange.Sphynx. Jasmine continues to hold on to mid, not able to spot out Arel just yet. Will be rotating over to Cat with GFI to at least attempt a plant onto A site. A 2v2 as far as this part of the map is concerned, and the peaks coming in, the shots coming out as well from A site, and that's going to be a nice tag down. A trade, though, leaving GFI as the only player, and Phoenix picks up their 16th round win. Garrett, we're going to map number 3 over on Mirage, where these teams will be competing to try to stake claim to one of the most competitive best of 3s that we've seen so far in the tournament.
Yeah, definitely. That's a lot of rounds going off in these first 2 maps. Going to have the final one on Mirage. A little bit interesting because, again, we haven't seen much AWP presence from both teams of either first 2 maps. And on a map like Mirage, where the AWP can come in really handy, a lot of versatility you have with it, I don't know what to expect, really.
Yeah, I don't either. Because if the first 2 matches have showed us anything, at least on those maps, it's that it can go either way right now.
Yes, it's just a back and forth affair. A lot of save rounds being won on both maps that are really causing the teams to have a lot of disruption and lose their advantages that they had, because there was a point in time where Orange had control of everything.
Yes.
Then they lost a save round. And then again, Phoenix had control of everything. And then they lost a save round. It's just back and forth. It happened the same thing on Train. It's just causing too much trouble. And Alel getting the MVP of the game.
Yeah, definitely an impact player here for the likes of Phoenix in map number 2. Let's compare her and the stats versus the top player coming out of Orange.Sphynx, GFI. Very, very similar in terms of their stats, Garrett.
Yeah, Gohabi, like we criticized a little bit on Train for the way she plays ladder room, criticized a little bit away about how she plays on catwalk on Dust 2, but in the end, she gets left alone a lot because she has the skill to do it, and they rely on her in these situations. When she pops off, this team seems to always win. It really comes on the back of her in these matchups. Decorgaze having a solid match overall as well.
Crazy ops in that map that ended up paying off for Decorgaze in spades.
Yeah, exactly. Once she picked it up and started opping towards A when they were losing it several times, that's how they were able to pick up those rounds on the CT side that they really needed. Just unfortunately, there were no ops on the side of Orange to really counter that coming out from Decorgaze. So coming into Mirage, I expect to see the ops come into play a little bit more often.
Definitely an exciting game, though, an exciting best-of-3 series that is going to be breaking us into Championship Sunday tomorrow. But we're not there yet. A lot of competition still to be had in this final map as we take a look at some of the stats here of Phoenix. And it's it's going to be interesting, Garrett. I think that's pretty much all we can say about this. We don't know which way it's going to go. We don't know who's going to be favoring this Mirage map more because neither team really picked it. They just allowed it to be that final pick of the map.
Yeah, we can safely assume it's probably going to be a long map.
Yeah.
Just
probably.
the way it's been going, pistols have been
Neck and
absolutely huge. But in the end, it's just been back and forth, back and forth. They've been seemed like they're very evenly matched up. There's just I'm going to make a prediction.
Okay, here it is.
This is not a bold prediction at all. It's just like the ops are going to come out next map from both sides, and that's going to be what determines who's going to win it. They can't just fall back and only rely on their rifles because there's a lot of pressure you can have with the op that they need to do on a map like Mirage.
Well, that's going to be it for map number 2. Map number 3 on Mirage coming up next. Stay tuned.
How do you reveal the hidden enemies in PUBG? Adjust the black equalizer to brighten darker areas, which makes it easier to spot enemies hiding in the shadows. How do you make your PUBG experience more diverse and convenient? Color Vibrance allows for more realistic and vibrant colors. It also provides the convenience to tune colors in-game, making you see the change instantly. Save up to 3 different settings based on your preferences, and use the S switch to quickly change between those settings.
Welcome back, everyone, to the ZOWIE Divina Women's Asia CSGO Championship. Getting really good at that, Garrett. My name's Esquire, joined here by GRT, and welcome back. What an insane best-of-3 series we're seeing played out here between Team Phoenix as well as the likes of Orange.Sphynx. One map going the way of both of those teams as we break into map number 3 on Mirage.
Yeah, just a back-and-forth affair. Both teams are completely evenly matched.
Yeah.
And they're honestly almost the same, very similar play style in the fact that they don't really have the opposite of strong presence on either team. But in the end, just back and forth is close. It's by far the closest match we've had so far in this tournament, going the distance in the first 2 maps. And if I was to be so bold, I would assume that this next map is going to do the same.
That's what we're definitely expecting. If there's anything that the first 2 maps have showed us, it's exactly that. I mean, we're getting messages from all of the people that we've worked with here on this event. Even our co-casters who are currently not here are saying, guys, this is one of the most lit matches that we've had the opportunity to watch so far. And make no mistake about it, they are absolutely correct. But as we break into Mirage, Garrett, is there anything maybe specific that we're looking to see, especially out of Orange.Sphynx this game on T-side?
I'm just looking specifically to see more op presence, especially on this map. There's a lot of things that you can do with it that gives you the opening to cause pressure across the map. I want to see the ops on both sides break out a little bit more on this one. You're going to see here, it looks like they're going to elect to do a simple B take so far on the pistol. A 2-1-2 setup for Phoenix on the city side of the pistol. They've been winning 3 of the last 4 ones on these previous 2 maps. Smoke and flash coming over. Big HE nade.
So who's going to be able to pick up the pistol round here? It's at least starting to go the way of Orange.Sphynx. Alaska picks up the first frag onto Aurel. It's going to be returned right back around, though, by Mish. GFI picks up 1 onto Mish. Alaska, another one onto Alel. It's going to be a 4v2 scenario heavily in favor of Orange.Sphynx in the pistol round of map number 3.
Very clean start to the pistol round, getting those entries onto the site with a simple B take with a smoke and a pop flash over. Phoenix unable to hit those initial headshots on the entry. GFI looking for find the pick on the kitchen. Decoy Gaze and Kohabi trying to find their way out of those choke points. It's a very narrow area, but again, the first headshot onto Jasmine. GFI looking to trade onto Kohabi.
Nice shots coming in from Eve. GFI finds the round-winning kill onto Kohabi with the plant. That's going to be a nice little cash infusion rolling into round number 2 for Orange.Sphynx.
There we go. They found the second pistol round of this best of 3. And they're going to be able to do the same thing that Phoenix did and win these next few rounds cleanly. Phoenix is going to be elected to do a full save.
I wonder if we're going to tie in pistol rounds in the second half. It's currently 3-2.
Maybe. The teams are so close together in terms of skill and overall as a team. It wouldn't surprise me just overall, like all the across the board and all stats, pistol rounds, damage, everything, just be so close together. These teams are not very separated in terms of overall skill. We're going to see them have the SMGs looking to collect that extra bonus in terms of the money, but to split up in a 2-2-1 setup on the T side.
Galil going to be held by GFI.
Phoenix did end up electing to go with upgraded pistols. Smart move. They can't just let Orange.Sphynx have free range over the USP hold. Mish trying to find a pick towards the B tunnels, sorry, B apartments, pushed up aggressively, has an off angle that can catch one.
Jasmine going to be holding that same opposite angle with the SMG prepped and ready to spray down on top of one of the members of Phoenix. Should she peek out. Not going to be aggressing upon this just yet. Pretty much just hang back and wait for the T side to make their own move. But no real decision has been made just yet for Orange.Sphynx here in round number 2 as to where they want to approach and what site they want to find the plant on. But the approach now starting to come here as Cat is going to be pushing up in a double kill. Coming in from Mish in the apartments. We'll be dropping down Jiminism and Eve. A huge, huge kill coming out. But GFI is able to trade back onto Alel. Decorge is on to GFI. 3v2 scenario, Alaska and Argent, the only remaining players of this Orange.Sphynx squad. But they did get Aurel down to 7% HP. It's almost a 2v2. No, we're not 1v2.
Fine, it's a 2v1. Aurel stuck on low HP again, trade from the catwalk. Aurel looking for the teammate to help out. Has the Galil posted from the get right position. Alaska trying to find a way out of this situation. That nade is going to connect on a Decoy Gaze.
Oh, nice little bounce off of the wall. Decoy Gaze 65% HP. Aurel still at 7%. Alaska, though, at 22. Able to find the frag onto Aurel, but Decoy Gaze finds the return fire onto Alaska. Round going towards Phoenix. 1-1.
It's been the story of this best of 3. These save rounds that are consistently won from both sides. And Mish, honestly, just finding the luckiest timing on that push, catching out the 2 players on Orange with nades in their hands. Good job by her push there. But again, it's just this. It's sad to see all these save rounds being won because it's taken away from the gun rounds that we can potentially see with all these half buys being forced upon behind these wins.
Round number 3 going to be underway of the first half here, as it looks like Orange.Sphynx is going to be prepping here for an A execute, getting ready to toss out that utility to commit to the push.
This is a good kind of time to do it because Decoy Gaze is by herself in the site alone. She has support from window and connector, but they're pretty far back and you're going to be stuck behind smokes. So it's going to come out to Decoy Gaze and put some damage in with the support from Phoenix's teammates on the backside.
Hopefully trying to pull. Oh, here it comes. The push going to be effectuated as now they start to rush and immediately going to be pulling the presence of Phoenix back into this area. Decorge is the only player firmly on that site, will be knocked down, and this is going to lend itself to a possible bomb plant. But one of the players, Kohaibe, going to be found out and spotted. Down she goes. 3v5 as the bomb is going to be planted. Jasmine does get taken down and out. The return frag on to Alel by Alaska.
Aurel and Mish have a hard way to get back in as a smoking off ticket, trying to find a way to the bomb. But they're stuck between a really hard position here with 3 players on Orange in different angles. Trying to make their way in with low utility. No kit as well. They need to hurry up. Again, the first one taken out, Arctic in the pick. Mish trying to find a trade onto Alaska. Again, trade off by GFI. And again, they didn't even do a full buy behind that. They just invested just a little bit. And look at that. Once again, Phoenix had control of the map and then let us slip to another half force buy. It's been the story of the best of 3, and it just continued in that round. And then the pause coming in by Phoenix, I'm assuming.
Yes, absolutely. Phoenix doesn't want to let this get ahead of them at all. Orange.Sphynx starting to get at least a little bit of momentum off of that previous round win from Phoenix, and that's not what they want to have happen at all. So they're going to take at least an opportunity to talk about this.
Technical, I think.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be technical here. Possible headphone issue.
Good timing, though.
Yeah, definitely good
give
timing.
Phoenix a little bit of time to think about what they want to do to adapt.
Yeah, looks like we're going to be swapping out our headset here.
I think it might have just unplugged.
Yeah.
Phoenix, though?
What kind of movement are you doing at the desk?
I don't know. Well, they got excited. They just won the round, right?
That's true. Maybe you stood up.
I would go
Like,
when I played. I
throw
stood
the chair
up all
back.
You know, I stood up all the time and yelled and screamed. So.
Yeah, it's that pro gamer move of when you do something epic, you have your butt just throw the chair out, it slams into the wall, and then you just shout.
Yeah, exactly. So losing that round is going to be hurtful to Phoenix after that 6 save round they had on their second round. Orange.Sphynx going to be back in control. That was the problem right here in that round, was the fact that Decorge was alone in the site with no support. And when you're facing against a team that you know if they're going to, best case scenario, have a force buy of just pistol and armor, you need to either play a complete full retake if you don't have the support from your teammates, or you got to commit to the site. And that's what she did there, but she did not have support from connector or window. She was left all alone and was able to get traded out by the Deagle coming out of the halls.
2-1 as it stands as we enter into round number 4, favored towards Orange.Sphynx for the time being. Still on T side, we'll be at least making a wrap around 3, going to the top mid. One player, Jasmine to be exact, going to be pushing around towards B. Able to find that entry frag, and they marked that 2 onto the mid side of things. Argent with Aurel and Kohaibe going down. Now the 3rd kill coming in for Argent onto Decorge. A very, very dominant push through the top mid.
Very clean for Orange.Sphynx right now. All have AKs, all have rifles. They don't have the SMGs they're looking for to try to rack up the bonus. So they don't want to lose any weapons here to potentially have Phoenix save. Mish trying to find that kill onto Eve, not able to connect, leaving Alel all by herself in the B-bomb site. Not much she can do here. Round is basically over.
Wrap comes back to A, where they will be able to find the plant in a firm, secure, and hold on to this. Alel not going to be able to do much. She gets spotted out and taken down. They're able to find the bomb plant for a little bit of extra cash as well. Orange.Sphynx picks up the 3rd round win for them here in match
number 3. They got a decision to make here behind the money that they have. Are they going to do a force buy with low utility, or are they going to save another round? It's still early in the map. There's no need to force behind it, which it doesn't look like they're going to do. So they're going to buy body armor and upgrade the pistols. But honestly, that last round with the push on middle, it seems like Orange.Sphynx has a little bit of a gap that they can get pushed upon. If Phoenix wants to take their safety side a little bit more aggressive and push middle with rifles, if they had them there, they would have been able to connect very well against Orange. Maybe that's something they can look forward to in the future. Kohaibe making a push towards lower tunnels. We've seen a lot of that actually so far in this tournament. A lot of lower tunnel pushes. Jasmine did spot one.
Holding on.
That gets taken out with a nice shot by Mish.
Mish dropped down to 9% HP in the process, though. We'll need to be careful moving forward here.
Kohaibe spotted that though for the flank. Trying to lurk in through the side. Find a kill. Deagle Gates underneath the balcony gate, taken out by Alaska.
Nice frag to open up a site for the members of Orange.Sphynx. Trying to return back onto where will be Aurel onto Argent. Another kill now from Aurel onto Eve. To the members. Quickly departing for Orange.Sphynx. Now going to be a 2v3. Oh, and look at this, Garrett. The 2 remaining members of Phoenix have low HP. Aurel getting dropped down. Now just going to be Mish with 9% HP. A 2v1 scenario, and that's going to be GFI walking away with the final 2 kills of round number 5. Currently standing 4-1.
Alaska and GFI are just sick and tired of having these rounds being lost as save rounds. They elected to take it into their own hands to finally clear out that map. It was 4v2. I don't know how it happened like that. They were able to find these entries from Mish, especially on the connector, open up the map and give them a chance. Orange needs to be a little bit more careful on these save rounds. They've been getting awfully close, including the one that they lost. And there we go. We see the op coming up from Decor Gaze. None on Orange to combat that. Default spread going to be coming in. How is Decor Gaze going to be able to employ this op is the question.
Trying to peek through window, getting zoned off by the Molotov will be Decor Gaze.
Don't know what that was.
Eve going to be holding on the top mid.
I think you meant to throw a smoke potentially.
We all make decisions. Garrett, Argent, and Eve on top mid going to be deploying at least a little bit of utility, smoking off window, smoking off cat.
Oh, I know.
Good utility.
You know, I forgot what she was doing. She was throwing a molly down for the smoke to come in the middle to window to extinguish, and then she would have had a gap on the side to get a pick. But either way, Kohabi find that pick into connector, playing solo. She plays these aggressive angles. She is the player for that team to watch in that aspect. Aurel being boosted up on catwalk. Deco Case opting towards lower tunnels.
Still holding on here as Argent starts to peek out of underpass.
This is a pretty strong defensive middle. Argent is alone there. She doesn't realize that they have players all around her. She does hear the footsteps, though, from Kohabi into connector. But her job is to stay here as long as possible and wait for her teammates to make contact in A and do a flank. Aurel unable to connect on that free kill. Flash coming in to the delay.
Damage being applied. Alel able to find the kill onto Jasmine. Returned back, though, on to Alel by Alaska. Another kill coming out. Kohabi onto Alaska. GFI finds 2 kills onto Kohabi and a Decor Gaze. Aurel going down as well to Argent. A 2v1 scenario. Mish going to be the only member left alive here for Phoenix as she combats against GFI and Argent. Bomb goes down. Mish trying to find out where the 2 terrorists left on the map are.
I'm going to have to ask for a replay from the team here to find out how GFI got those 2 kills. Mish looking for Argent, gets the spot, gets a kill. It's going to be a one-on-one. GFI planned it for herself for the A ramp. Mish does not know just yet. She has to chase after. Doesn't have a smoke for the bomb site. She's being heard there by GFI. GFI falling back, has the molly for the A ramp. This is enough to get the straight defuse.
She's going to be going for it right now. GFI trying to get back there, trying to get the lines of sight to stop Mish from defusing. Able to get the kill, but the defuse is had. Phoenix walks away with the round victory.
That's a mistake from GFI. She fell back a little bit too far. Had to run through the molly and was still able to connect in the kill, but missed those first initial couple shots that allowed the defuse to come through.
Nice awareness from Mish to really pop up that Molotov immediately and then go for the defuse.
Of course, try to find that aggressive kill on the first peek on the ramp, but realizing that it was unable to get picked up, so she had to drop that molly. You do have enough health to run through the molly if you are full. Mish probably just hope that she didn't have 100 health, which she did.
Round number 7 is underway. 4 wins so far here for Orange.Sphynx versus 2 for Phoenix. As the pressure starts to mount near top mid, Molly going to be going near connector, zoning off 2 of the members of Phoenix.
Solid default to start off. There is a potential opening that Phoenix can take to opt connector into the top middle. There is a potential that you can get a pick off. The smoke is not perfect. Mish pushing up aggressive on the B side here. All alone with a little bit of support from Morel and Catwalk.
But if there's anything we know about Mish, when she's all alone in those B apps, she's able to come up with some huge plays, already having done so in this map.
Yeah, she saved her team with that save round win. Unfortunately, unable to collect the rounds together.
That molly's good.
It's pretty solid default overall. Taking mid control. It looks like they're going to split back towards A and do a squeeze. Alel getting smoked off in the window. Kohabi getting picked off by Argent, almost getting one down to 16 HP. Alel getting the trade off and find the second as well onto Argent.
Alaska goes down to Decor Gaze. Aurel going to be finding the frag on the DFI. Jasmine able to turn it around, though, onto Decor Gaze, the only member remaining with 2 HP. Down she goes, and the scoreline continues to be neck and neck here as Phoenix picks up their 3rd round win of the map.
You would expect anything different with these 2 teams. It's been close for both maps so far. The money on Phoenix's side is still not that great, but Orange has enough to buy behind this. It's going to be a back and forth affair, I think it's safe to say. These teams are evenly matched. The ops are not out on the T side. GFI has enough to buy one. Or had enough to buy one, sorry. Electing to go with the AKs.
Looks like coming out.
Looks like it might be a fake towards... It might be the bomb going towards underpass to squeeze into A. Or a fake towards back to B. Either way, Decor Gaze playing the defense on towards A side, 2-1-2 setup. Smoke's being primed.
No action just yet. This is Orange.Sphynx just trying to effectuate this plan, waiting for the right moment to capitalize on an opportunity. Not presenting itself just yet is the reason for the stall.
The execute coming in towards A. They're just going to commit to it and have the 2 come into B very late. It's all going to come down if Orange is going to be able to find any kills towards the A site. That's the first one that's going to open it up.
Trade coming back out as Alaska gets dropped down. Kohibe taking a lot of damage, though, and return. A push coming out onto B site as well, and the frag comes out. Argent gets dropped. GFI, though, able to tag down Mish. The bomb going to be planted onto B site by GFI. The trickery has been played out here, and now the rotation comes. She is all alone. She's got 2 more members, though, of her squad trying to make that fast rotation around CT, 1 through possibly jungle.
The team is in to hurry up. GFI's all alone. They got the defuse right now. They might be able to hold it, but Eve just gets in the nick of time.
Ooh.
They don't realize, though, they flank through spawn.
Nice awareness from Alel to find Eve, but Jasmine comes in with the kill onto Aurel. Just going to be a 1v1 scenario here with the bomb ticking away. And Jasmine is trying to figure out how to play this. The tap of the bomb will be drawing out the presence of Jasmine. She gets sprayed down by Alel, and she's able to find the defuse.
I like the idea of the strat there, but I believe Orange, when they went B, they needed to delay themselves just a little bit longer. They need to give their teammates in A better chance of trying to find more kills. They found their first pick, but unfortunately they ran B too quick while the B player was still there, losing 1 in the process. Almost risked themselves getting picked off on rotation. In the end, Phoenix closing out the round, making it 4-4. And look at that, the P90 is back in action, but this time on Alaska.
I'm always curious to see how players find their names. Alel picked her name. It's 4 the letters in the middle of her first name backwards, Garrett.
Actually?
Ask me how I figured that out really quickly, and I won't be able to tell you. But no, I always find
Did you ask her?
No, I didn't. But I always find it interesting to see how players decide on their names. Round number 9 going to be underway. Tied up at 4-all between Orange.Sphynx and Phoenix here, as top mid will be the location, at least for 2 of the members of this T-side squad.
I just looked at the sheet, now I see it too. Very clever.
I'm a crossword puzzle genius, by the way.
Kohibe playing solo in the connector, finding a 1-game trade out. Alel getting the trade back on Eve. Pico Gaze hiding in the sandwich, getting the first kill on GF. Oh, wow, nice
Jasmine
shot.
goes down. Decorgaze able to at least pick up some good progress here as Phoenix now takes the lead for the first time on map number 3, 5-4.
Phoenix looking pretty solid so far right now with just strong holds across the board. Orange unable to find their way into the site. They might want to fall back to just doing straight up execution on the external sites. Not relying on the default too much. They haven't been able to find any success on the default with picks.
This feels like a championship game, Garrett.
It really does.
Yeah.
Like it's just, they're grinding. Both teams are just grinding, trying to find the rounds. It's just 1 by 1. It's not going, no one's going to be going on any kind of tear. Phoenix find 4 in a row though. That is the biggest, almost I think one of the biggest stretches we've had so far.
Definitely. Bit of a default being played out here by Orange.Sphynx. GFI taking a very aggressive peek, though, around onto A with the Deagle. Trying to find the connection, not able to, and a quick retreat will be held as the other 4 members of Orange.Sphynx start to rotate over towards B.
Taking their time, leaving GFI to try to find a, GFI is going to work her way up ramp and trying to find a headshot towards Ticket to give themselves a team, the team towards B an opportunity to work into B. It's all going to come down to her connecting on this shot. Once she connects, expect her team at B to make a move.
Not going to be spotting out Decorgaze just yet, but we'll be looking for it. 1 going to be holding window for Phoenix, 2 going to be on B site, 1 cat. 1 on stairs, and 1 on ticket booth.
Go back to GFI. There's a kill. Kohibe taking her out in the sandwich. The jig is up. The smoke's coming over towards B.
And now the push coming out of Apps and the spray down coming in from Mish and Aurel. Going to be tagging down 2 of the members. Mark that now 3. 1 left. It's going to be Argent. She gets sprayed down, and then another round victory going in here for Phoenix. 6-4 as the 10th round of map number 3. First half has been played out.
I want to say Orange is going to be able to adapt to. I would like to see a timeout being called, and there it is. Trying to find out what kind of strategy you want to go with. The defaults, they've been taking control of the middle every time successfully. It's unable to find the picks. They should know that Kohibe's been playing pretty aggressive in the connector. There's an opportunity to get picks in there if you want to pop flash in and try to find her. But other than that, they haven't found much success on their defaults. Maybe want to rely on 1 set execute towards A, try to get that first round under your belt, and then move back into the default to maybe a mid-B split. Either way, we're going to find out what they want to do. Phoenix looking pretty strong in the last 5 rounds on the CT side.
Yeah, not just Phoenix, but Alel in particular has been having a pretty incredible few rounds. Most of these highlights featuring her. That's the kill on by G. Or
big round by
Decorgaze. Yeah, definitely a big round by there. Kohibe picking up a few kills. Aurel as well onto the B apps. I mean, it's really just been at least the last few rounds, as you mentioned, Garrett, it's been going the way of Phoenix. But here we are in round number 11. Zoning pressure going to be applied here towards the A ramp.
And here's a set execute towards A with GFI towards middle. I thought something a fake with smokes. She's going to come in late and try to flank towards the connector. But it's going to come down to Orange and being able to find Decor Gaze, who's hiding in the firebox once again. She already got picked like that on a save round. It cost them. It might happen again right here.
Now the push comes out up A ramp for the members here of Orange.Sphynx from Palace. Going to be able to find the frag onto Alaska. Decorgate is going to be traded out, though. Instead, it's a 4v4 scenario, though, as multiple players are being taken down lower and lower. Argent finds the kill onto Kohaibe, but it's quickly going to be traded out by Alel. GFI now on to Mish. A 3v2 scenario in favor currently of Orange.Sphynx, but they do have low HP on Eve.
GFI find that crucial pick on the rotation when the player on catwalk. Aurel needs to be worried about that flank, and GFI decide to go all the way back towards A ramp, which is an excellent call. It's going to secure the round for them. Bomb is planned for her, but it's player in the spawn. Jasmine stuck in the bomb plant.
We'll be able to at least resist the push. Oh, Jasmine onto Alel. A huge secure for her, at least in terms of the pressure being applied by Phoenix. Aurel going to be retreating back into jungle, possibly trying to spot out any enemy presence from Tetris, where GFI is currently holding.
Even squeeze her back. Nice shot by GFI.
Nice skill.
Now, I want to see them do that again. Just the fact is, Decor Gaze is having a hard time holding B by herself. She's playing these angles that has no support with Kohabi and the mid player playing dedicated towards that side. Something needs to change in the way they're doing the defense. Maybe even a fake here would be a good call by Orange. GFI being critical on that catching on the rotation. It looks like they might do something very similar. Or they might, I don't know, I will find out in a second. But either way, good round by them.
Almost tied up here. Still going to be one round favored over towards Phoenix.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be similar.
Sphinx looks to close that gap and bring it back once again to an even score.
But look at this. This is the mid push. Is a perfect call by Phoenix. GFI doesn't know that they pushed up this far. She's not able to hear it, but she's going to be going through the B tunnels, though. And this might work out for them because they're going to see those smokes come over to A, and that might make them fall back towards B because they know someone is there.
Nothing aggressive coming out just yet. GFI trying to at least examine the area over near B apps. The prep for the A push, the A execute, is certainly ready, and it's going to be deployed here. Here comes the push. The bomb going to be rolling up the A ramp here very shortly, trying to find a spot on A site to plant the bomb.
But look at LL, though. We got to watch out for her. She's going to be able to flank the Orange.Sphynx on the flank, sorry. She's going to be able to come in there to fall back to get the bomb. Taking the site pretty cleanly behind smokes.
One
Decor
CT.
Gaze finding one.
It's going to be Eve dropped down and out. Decor Gaze dropped down to 39% HP in the process. They do think it's fake. They're going to be trying to at least rotate over, but the bomb is still going to be on A site. Another player going to be dropped down and out. Aurel finding the tags onto Alaska.
GFI is coming up the third flank, though. She's going to be able to spot Aurel, get this kill here. That's going to open up the side for them.
Kohaibe dropped down to 8% HP. Nice kill coming in from GFI onto Aurel on the stairs from the connector flank.
Still very much have a chance to win this. Low on utility. They got to be a little bit aggressive and try to find a pick.
There it is. Able to find even more kills as Decorgaze, Mish, and Kohaibe go drop down. This is going to be a LL 1v1. Argent with 3 HP remaining is able to find the round-tying win here, 6-all, as we break into round number 13.
Orange got really lucky there. Phoenix thinking it was a fake because they left the bomb back on the execute, which delayed Orange from planting. It ended up helping them out because Phoenix really thought that was a fake and it allowed GFI some time to get towards connector to put a flank on towards them. I believe it was a LL. We got a 6-6 score line. Once again, back and forth, but now Phoenix is going to be put back onto the save, which we all know so far on this map. There's been 2 wins on that, 1 for each side.
Garrett, are we going to overtime in this map?
Hey, I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised either, and it'd be a hell of a way to end day number 3. That is for sure, but a very aggressive push now coming out from CT, wrapping in through T-spawn, and it's going to be spotted out right here by Alaska. She's able to at least spray down one. Aurel going to be tagged down and out. And this is going to give the full awareness over to the rest of Orange.Sphynx that they need to push B site and get the plant down and then try to defend against a very aggressive CT wraparound coming through B apps.
Phoenix is trying to find a way to get some guns here. Got upgraded pistols, going to try to lower the economy even though it's late in the half. Jasmine getting on the platform, getting the first one, getting the second, getting the third.
Like clockwork. As easy as they came, they went down, at least as far as Orange.Sphynx is concerned. Jasmine going to be dropped down and out, 4v1 scenario. Mish, the only player of Phoenix still alive. Bomb plant will be continuing to tick away. Mish trying to disengage.
Maybe just electing to save that pistol going forward. I'm not sure where the gun. No, the gun was dropped towards platform, so I'm unable to pick that up. She needs to find exit kills. There's no point in saving this pistol at this point. They will be able to buy next round. It won't be the greatest, though.
No exits going to be coming this way, unfortunately, for Mish. And that's going to be a round victory going the way of Orange.Sphynx. Now they've retaken the lead. It continues to go back and forth between these two squads, and nothing is going to change here in the remainder of map number 3.
Pause coming in from Phoenix, assuming. GFI on 16 kills, having a hell of a half. Mish having a quiet 12 kills on the side of the CTs. She's been playing B, but they haven't really gone B on her, so a lot of her kills have been coming off the rotation and the retakes of A. Phoenix trying to find out what kind of setup they want to go forward with how Sphinx is deciding to take A. Maybe that middle push might be another good call. They've done it once already, and it worked out pretty well. Again, we haven't seen much of the ops on both sides once again.
We expected there to be a big op presence, especially on Mirage, Garrett.
It just seems like both teams aren't comfortable on that weapon compared to the other teams in this tournament. And going forward to whoever, going forward in the matches tomorrow, that's going to be a problem because the other teams that are remaining and looking forward to the matches all have solid operas on their team. So Phoenix and Orange need to find a way to be able to combat that. Looks like they're going to be working towards the B side and set up for B execute with a little bit of delay towards the middle.
Push going to be led and charged by Alaska
Orange
as the smoke comes out from Mish.
Sorry, Mish playing really aggressive. But she's by herself. Her players are on catwalk.
They're going to be able to make that quick rotation back to B once their presence of Orange.Sphynx is known. But how aggressive is this push going to come out?
That's Nade's going to hurt. That's going to hurt. Oh, it didn't connect that well.
Yeah, went a little bit too far. Didn't find the connections that were intended, but certainly a lot of damage could have been applied. That's going to be 2 kills coming up onto Alaska, and Eve trades coming out rather instead onto Alel and Mish. Dropping down to a 3v3 scenario. Jasmine, though, looking worse for wear. 4% HP versus full HP on all 3 of the remaining Phoenix members.
They have the position to retake this, no problem. Have 2 smokes for the retake with a pop flash. Orange needs to be a little bit aggressive on the back of their flashes. They can't just sit back in the side and let themselves get swarmed. GFI is at the truck, though. That's going to be a key position.
Shots come out. Phoenix able to get a double frag onto Argent and Jasmine. GFI able to tag back down onto a rail, but it's DeCorgaze who wipes out the remaining member of Orange.Sphynx, and Kohaibe able to get the defuse, tying it up once again, 7-all.
It's the story of the first half, just back and forth. And just teams are just so evenly matched. Coming down to the final round to determine who's going to win the half. I liked Orange's idea of taking B there. And now you have Phoenix, you got to assume they're going to fall back to A. I would like to see them maybe take the risk and gamble a little bit towards that side. Mish has been doing a great job at the B side, holding it down. Got the first 2 kills on that entry. GFI on 18 kills. Holding up her team. Alaska staying strong with her. And here it is. They're going towards A. They're going to fall back to that same setup before where they have GFI working towards middle, selling a fake and the default with an execute towards A with her flanking. It's worked twice before.
Both teams trying to walk away with one round ahead of the other going into the second half of map number 3. But only one can do it, starting to at least prep for a push coming onto A site will be Kohaibe and the rest of Phoenix. But not executing on this push just yet. Alaska up in Palace as the push starts to be effectuated. Up A ramp, they are going to be going led by Eve.
That mulligan distinguished, that's going to help them out. Kohaibe find the first one, find a second underneath the balcony, finding the third. Alaska trading her out. It's down to 2v1. I don't know how the rest died.
Alaska and GFI have to work together here. Mish has full HP, and she's going to be looking to at least find these frags, and they won't be too hard to get if she has them isolated. GFI holding on to the jungle area. Waiting for the push coming through connector by Mish. Oh, she's going to be able to spot it. That's going to be an easy round win. 8-7 going into the half in favor of Orange.Sphynx as they rotate over to the CT side.
Feel bad there for Kohaibe. She had a really good round of getting the first 3 kills underneath the balcony. But
I think that
while I was watching those kills, everyone else just died.
I think that shot just from GFI scared the crap out of Team Phoenix.
Yes.
She was acting like she just lost her breath from that.
Everyone's had that happen.
Oh, absolutely.
Everyone has had that happen where you just get freaked out.
When you're in a solo position and really the pressure is on.
It actually happens to me a lot in PUBG, actually. I'm just playing and all of a sudden I just get spooked. Look at her, she's having a hard time. Hand on her heart still.
Yeah, she's still
that
not
woke
able to
her
grasp that. Definitely, that'll wake anyone up. As we break into the second half of map number 3, we take a look at a few replays coming out here from Argent.
This is a big 1v3 that she had there. A lot of clutch rounds happening. Alaska got a little scared there, seeing all four. Mish having a good job holding the B down. Again, going into this next half, pistols are so important, but once again, it's going to come down to just that. Get themselves, whoever wins the pistol is going to put themselves in the lead for the economy and able to control the half. But so far, the teams that have won the pistol have let that slip behind them.
Round number 16 is underway. The sides have flopped, and Orange.Sphynx is going to be looking to hold off the T side, which is now Phoenix.
Aurel has smoke at 2 flashes going towards B. It's going to be a simple B take. They do have 3 there from Orange on the defense, and they have the 1 boost in his sight, which is not very commonly checked out. They're going to bait the team into her, and then she's going to find free frags on the bomb planter. Here comes the execute.
A dominant charge going to be caught out here. The pistol's going to be firing. No frags just yet. That's going to be Kohaibe and Alel with a double frag onto Eve and Argent. Going to be traded back on by Jasmineism on to Kohaibe. Now Mish going to be going down as well. A 3v3. Mark that now 2v3 in favor of Phoenix as they continue to find the frags. Alaska, the only remaining member currently for Orange.Sphynx.
Have to retake this without a kit. She needs to hurry up. There's not a lot of time on the clock. Alaska needs to find one of these quick entries from a mistake from Phoenix peeking.
Able to spot out Aurel.
That's the pick she needs. Aurel being a little risky there.
Will she? Yeah, Decorge is going to be spotted out. Able to find the head tap. That's very good. Can she, though, get it onto Alel here on B site? No, not going to be able to. Alel with the headshot secures the round victory. And there it is. It's going to be there. It is. It's going to be 4-2.
Yeah,
for pistol rounds.
I was just going to say that.
Phoenix takes control, at least of the pistol rounds. 4-2.
They are the dominating team on the pistol rounds. And will they be able to carry that forward? They did lose. Sorry. Orange lost the second round. Is Phoenix going to return to favor? We've seen them be very successful in the second and third round with these SMGs that they'll be holding onto and building the economy. Looking to continue that trend on the third map. Smoker top mid from Alel. Spread out though, pretty thin. That's the opportunity you need from Orange to find these picks, but GFI is the only one with an upgraded pistol.
Decorge is going to be in Palace, at least for the time being, back part of columns. One player holding on to the back part of A ramps. That's Kohaibe, while the other 2 rotate around top mid. One coming through underpass here very shortly.
They're pretty spread out, but at the same time, Orange does not have upgraded pistols. It's going to be a pretty clean win for Phoenix if they don't mess it up too much. They're going to fall back to A site and just do a set execute. 3-2 with you going through connector. GFI is going to come down to her trying to find these kills on the entries.
Nothing to be had just yet, kind of slow and methodical, but the shots come out. Eve going to be able to find a frag onto Aurel. Quickly, though, going to be traded out. 2 players from Orange.Sphynx, GFI and Eve.
Alaska trying to find a pick towards the ticket. Kohaibe getting knocked down pretty low by Argent.
Alaska going down. Jasmine now meeting the same fate, almost dropped down to 41% HP. A 1v3 scenario versus 3 of the members of Phoenix.
There are 2 potential weapons for her to get, but I don't think there's anyone that's close to her.
Just waiting for someone to at least peek around through the window of window.
I love that. Through the window of the window.
Through the window of window. Love it. But still holding on here. Her location has not been spotted out just yet. The bomb has been planted, and this is pretty much going to go over towards Phoenix here. Will likely be 9-8 rolling in to the 18th round of map number 2.
And this is the all-important third round. Still SMG on Mish. Maybe see something to a little bit faster pace towards the B, because that's what I would do right now. Orange does not have the utility needed to hold a B rush. Phoenix can sense that potentially they have the spawns for it, where they can just go hard towards B, catch them off guard, really set the tone on the map. I love taking Bs on the first rounds of the gun rounds just for the fact that if you win that kind of round, it's going to be in the back of the head going forward for the rest of the half. It looks like they're just going to fall back into a, maybe not a rush towards B, but they will be, looks like they're head that way.
2 going to be splitting off towards top mid.
Yeah, 3-2 split towards B.
And the bomb will be picked up by Alel.
Jasmine making a smart decision, though, to buy utility over the stronger weapon, going with the FOM. Eve getting aggressive in the middle, find the first pick on Mish.
Quickly, though, going to be traded out by Aurel 4v4 as it stands here, rolling in to the meat of this round. Shots come out. Argent able to find the tags onto Aurel. Now going to be a 3v4. Swapping favor over towards Orange.Sphynx.
Jasmine's Molly held them back at upper B, which is perfect for them to delay that take. It's going to cause Phoenix to doubt what they want to do. Unable to get spotted just yet, but this jump spot's going to catch them.
I think
it's going to be too close.
The gun of Kohabi.
She could, but I don't think she actually sees it because she would have called for the rotation.
Oof.
Either
Unlucky.
way, Jasmine's going to be too close for these players. They're going to jump right on her. Only one that's going to be close enough to support is Arjun on catwalk.
Continuing to try to get these peaks right now. Not able to find any enemy presence just yet, but you are starting to see at least a rotation back by GFI to try to reunite
wow,
kitchen.
there we
Frag
go.
comes out. Kohabi able to find the shots onto Jasmine. This is going to open up the push coming out of B-Apps. And now GFI goes down as well. Two of the other players of Orange.Sphynx are not in positions to defend against this. And Argent goes down. It's just going to be a solo Alaska versus three of the members of Phoenix who have found the secure B-site plant.
Those are absolutely critical entries by Kohabi there. Trying to find that first one on Jasmine, jumping up, spotting, was absolutely let them into the site. Critical kill by her. This was Orange's round to have, and they let this one slip. Jasmine was playing it perfectly. Just unfortunately, just Kohabi hit a nasty shot. Going to give them the round to a 10-8 scoreline. They had the control. They made the picks well. Unfortunately, they let it slip, and now they're going to be forced back to a save unless they want to buy up upgraded pistols behind Alaska's M4, which they've done in the past.
Bomb will be detonating. Round win going over towards Phoenix. 10-8 now. A lead starting to be established. No matter how small it is a lead nonetheless for Phoenix over Orange.Sphynx.
Arjun playing in the ladder room, not able to support her teammate in B, leaving her all alone. That's a sick shot by Kohabi. Absolutely crazy. Deco Gates find GFI on the rotation. Everything lined up right for them on that round. Upgrade pistols coming in behind Alaska's M4. Again, though, Phoenix elected not to go with it up, just sticking straight with AKs. Clearly, that's what they feel more comfortable with doing. No need to do such things on save rounds especially. Spread out pretty passively across the board, expecting Orange to make some kind of aggressive push to try to find a pick.
Decorge is approaching the palace opening into A site. Won't be spotted out just yet, but there are members of Orange.Sphynx prepped and ready to spray down upon her. Alaska going to be here in the A ramp area. Molotov comes out. Not going to be finding any type of connection there.
But she's also close enough to hear that run back, which might have been a fake by Phoenix. Really smart play by her because now you see the rotation of the players going towards B.
GFI rotating back to CT. We'll be holding on to kitchen and rotating on to B site. Still going to be holding on to apartments will be Argent.
Smoke's coming over into A. It's going to draw Argent away from B, and this is a hard rotation behind that.
Oh,
the
no.
players that are B just waiting.
This is exactly what Phoenix wanted to happen, but they're coming back now. They guessed it right. It was going to be the fake here, and now the push coming out of B-App. Alel going to be able to find the quick flick on to Argent, drops her down and out, and now the push continues. Meat's going to be going down. GFI follows quickly thereafter. Alel with 2 kills coming in. Kohabi picking up Jasmine. Alaska now the only remaining member once again here for Orange.Sphynx.
Yeah, she needs to save this weapon for the future. She's not going to win this one before. Got to get out of there. 17 kills, second to GFI. Solid round by Phoenix overall. The fake worked out, but again, they just took a little bit too long on that, and Orange caught on real quick. In the end, going to be 11-8 scoreline. They have a lot of money behind them, too. Being able to survive with 4, even though 2 of them are at low HP, going to allow them to build up their economy. And Orange needs to have a huge round next round to try to bring themselves back in it. They got to string a few rounds together.
The round will be going over towards Phoenix here in round number 19. That'll make it 11-8. As the lead continues to now grow. Phoenix on a bit of a warpath here as they are raking in the progress. And the round win goes over to Phoenix here.
I want to see GFI get back on that op. She turned it around that one time on Dust 2, and she did very well with it. She has the capability to put up some big numbers with it. Not the greatest money to have support with it, but at the same time, the op is coming through, but it's going to be on Eve. I don't think we've seen her op just yet.
No, we haven't. Not just yet. GFI going to be holding on to the assault rifle, not going to be taking charge of that in this position. But the round is underway, and we're starting to at least see where the different positions will be held.
That's the smoke they need. That's going to be the one way.
Huge smoke now. Watching top mid with the AWP will be Eve, prepped and ready to pop off onto 2 of the members of Phoenix should they show the position.
They're elected not to go forward with it, which is kind of a waste of a smoke. But they're just trying to find a way if they're expecting an Orange push towards middle. Pretty passive across the board, not putting any much pressure anywhere else. Kohabi a little aggressive on the A ramp, but not peeking. Eve looking for this pick towards middle. Trying to find one of them jumping out.
Ooh, it looks like Mish might be trying to take that peek. She's sidestepping to the left and right, but now going to be pulling back a little bit.
The longer it waits, Eve's going to be a little bit more paranoid about the underpass and being picked from there. But right now, no pressure anywhere. So Phoenix being very cautious. 1 minute with no control of any of the map.
Could be spotting out that smoke. Confirming the location shot comes out, going to be missing the mark. But the two members for Phoenix have now secured a top mid position. And you got the underpass flank now coming in as well. GFI finds the opening kill onto Kohibi. Will be going down and out for V5 scenario.
The bomb's all the way back at T-spawn. That's going to break down the time way too far. They're going to have no time to get the bomb down. This round is lost.
Eve finding that op shot onto Aurel. The window paying off for her in terms of that position. And now the wrap back over towards B will be coming out by Alel and Mish. 2v5 scenario. This is going to be a hell of a task here for Phoenix to try to come up with the round victory.
Jasmine trying to stay anti-flashed. Having RJ watch for the drop out the window. 10 seconds, looks like they're just going to save. Orange did a really good job holding there. Now Phoenix, they're seeing that happened. Their default just got picked apart one by one. Is now going to make them a little bit more cautious, and they're going to fall back to most likely some set executions onto the A or B site. Orange picking apart their default really well. Good defense. And the op on Eve showing up, and now they see it. Phoenix not going to have anything to combat that unless they want to break one out themselves.
Going to be 11-9 now, breaking into round number 21 of the final map of this best-of-3 series that has been neck and neck the entire time. Phoenix leads with a 2-round lead over Orange.Sphynx, but it's not over just yet. There's going to be a huge rally coming out of Orange.Sphynx from the CT side of things, trying to hold off any type of push here from the T side.
Here it comes. The throwing two smokes the top mid. Try to distract like it's going to be a default. Falling into a full execute towards A, which is going to be good for them because Alaska's playing ticket for the retake, but the op is not there. The op is still in the window, so this is going to be a hard retake by Orange. They're going to have to rely on their nades. Execute should be coming in any minute now.
Just waiting for that utility to start flying. There it is, and the action is going to be popping off here. Orange.Sphynx is going to be seeing the sights of Phoenix crossing up through B ramp very shortly as more utility flies, and here comes the push coming out right now.
GFI trying to delay him with flashes. Decoy is already in the site. They're a little bit slow on the bomb plant. Decoy is re-smoking towards ticket so they can't get killed in the bomb plant. Alaska waiting to possibly jump up on ticket once she hears the bomb start ticking.
Going to hear Decoy jump. Bomb going to be planted down. Alaska will be taking a peek here very shortly. Able to find one spray onto Decoy, looking for the second onto Alel, but not able to find it just yet. Kohibi going to be dropping down G5, but Alaska finally finds that second kill onto Alel. Kohibi trades out Argent as well, Mish onto Jasmine, as well as Mish onto Alaska, and Eve drops down. The op going to be on the ground. Kohibi having a huge round here. 12-9, 3-round advantage over Orange.Sphynx, rotating into round number 22 of this map.
Excellent job by Phoenix. Once they took the site to not just sit back on their heels and to decide to get aggressive and push on the back of some pop flashes. You can't let Orange just have a full retake. There's not enough spots in that site to retake. They got aggressive. They pushed towards T-spawn, and the Kohibi pushing towards a bomb site, picking out the players in connector. Very good aggression by Phoenix after the bomb plant. Falling back, it looks like back to the default. Curious decision, as it didn't work out the previous couple rounds. Looking to find more success. Decoy is going to work the underpass.
Going to be trying to play for a pick here, trying to get some information on their opponents. Phoenix has that lead right now, and they're looking to try to extend it, not wanting to give anything back over towards the way of Orange.Sphynx here in the final map of the best of 3. Mish holding on to Catwalk as she starts to approach chair.
Smoke's coming in towards middle. Eve playing aggressive in the connector. Bomb is still back towards T-spawn, which leaves it open to Phoenix to go to either site. But the clock is ticking, only a minute left. RJ trying to find someone by the connector. Going to smoke her off her own catwalk to get a little aggressive behind it. There's the aggression he needed.
Argent able to find the tags onto Decoy quickly, though. Going to be traded out by Mish. Eve comes in huge with the assault rifle kill on Mish. And now it's going to be a 4v3 in favor of Sphinx. But will they be able to execute off this? Kohibi going to be pushing up off A ramp. Alel finds the frag onto Alaska. Eve going to be going down as well to Alel. And now A site has been secured.
But the bomb
is so far away. They got to play now for the frags. 2 members of Orange.Sphynx going to be making that rotation in through connector will be one. And they're going to be found out and dropped down. GFI, though, finds the frag onto Alel. It's going to be a 1v2. Aurel with 52% HP. Kohaibe with 100, and GFI with 73.
They have enough time to plant the bomb, but they got to make a boogie towards B. GFI recognizes the situation, trying to trying to get there before they get the cross. Smoke for the kitchen. GFI might be able to get the bomb, but Aurel is going to be protecting.
Aggressively pushing out. Not able to find it. Phoenix walks away with another round win, now leading Orange.Sphynx by 4, 13-9.
That was a very interesting round there for Phoenix to win.
Yeah.
Arjun had a good job playing catwalk aggressively, finding the first pick. But the bomb down is the second time they've left in T-spawn that's come back and bit them in the bum. But at the same time, they're able to find those huge kills from LL in the A Palace that saved them in that round.
Man.
Without those kills, they were dead to rights.
Yeah, I was about to say, Garrett, I mean, if GFI had one more teammate up, the likelihood of Phoenix walking away with that round win would have been reduced drastically. But here we are, round number 23. Kohaibe and the rest of the T-side squad trying to at least roll their way through B apps. 3-2 split as 2 head over towards top mid.
Yeah, this is a dangerous thing. Though when you see CTs have a bunch of CZs, it's a very great gun to hold off these defenses. Here comes a split on the 3-2. Argent find a headshot angle at the Palace.
Ooh, DeCorges, nice. Wrap around, able to find the frag onto Argent. Jasmine drops down DeCorges in return, but Kohaibe finds the frag on the Jasmine. It's going to be a 3v4 in favor of Phoenix as they look to plant the bomb on the B site.
No kits on the side of Orange. They're looking to find some exit. They need the weapons to go forward in the half. They are low on economy. Any kind of AKs they can salvage right now will help them going forward. Phoenix going to be closing this to the 14th round. Eve getting knocked down to 41, going to have to fall back. Kohaibe trying to find that finish. Phoenix are looking a lot better though, a lot more sound, but the defaults are still their weakness overall. They should just step back to just do set executes. It's been working out pretty well for them so far.
Bomb will be detonating. That's going to be the round going over towards Phoenix. A 5-round lead. And Garrett, they're 1 round away from at least securing an overtime here and 2 away from securing the best of 3 series.
Yeah, Orange needs to switch something up with how they're defending. The only rounds they've been winning have been off the defaults, which is just Phoenix's weakness on this map so far. But off the set executes, Orange is having a hard time holding it, and they need to switch something up. And right now they're going to talk over the strategies. And we haven't seen much of the op on this side yet so far under CT. I want to see the op being brought out a little bit more often.
Yeah.
Something's got to change. You can't keep doing the same thing over and over again. You need to make an adaptation. And right now, the op is their biggest weakness on this team. They need to show up with it. GFI has the skills for it. Let's see her break that out and get aggressive with it.
I feel like the biggest concern here in giving GFI the op is the fact that it takes away from that strong presence she provides on her squad.
But Eve, though, picking it up. She has been picking up earlier in the half.
So we will see if it comes into play, but a very impactful round, not just for Phoenix, but for the entirety of this best of 3. A 5-round lead over Orange.Sphynx as the next round is underway. Going to be a bit of a split here. 2 of the members heading off towards a B or top mid split. 3, including the bomb, rotating over towards A.
Mid push coming in aggressively. Jasmine getting picked up by Nosh. Nice shot by LL. She's been saving them so far on this T-half, absolutely killing it. Argent, though, deciding not to fall back. Going to stay aggressive. Realizing that they are down numbers, they need to make a play. Look for her to make a push, delayed into middle, potentially behind the pop flash of Eve, but she actually doesn't have. So Argent is going to be all by herself here.
Eve in the window with the AWP, Alaska at ticket.
Looks like a fake potentially might be coming into play.
And it's going to be set here by Kohaibe as the utility now starts to fly. You're going to see the big push come out. Palace going to be covered here, trying to spot out any of the members of CT. The fake comes out. The wrap back towards B.
It's going to come down to Decoy Gage trying to find an opening on towards A. But look at Orange. They're not budging at all because they have the mid-aggression. Eve being able to pick off Decoy Gage, and the jig is up. GFI hears the sounds out towards B.
Going to be looking up here towards Apps. Aurelia going to be jumping down.
Oh, but she got spotted awkwardly in the open.
Ooh, Mish coming in here with the AK. Takes down GFI. Agent going to be going down to Aurel, but Eve trades it back out with the AWP onto Aurel.
Oh, she caught onto that. Alaska trying to find her way through the window.
3v2. Orange.Sphynx cannot let this round drop, or they're going to have a huge task in front of them to try to claw back and try to avoid losing this best of 3.
Mish is pulling out her Max Molly to stop the rotation from coming out. Going to Molly off the kitchen. The jumps come through. Alaska getting picked off, sorry there. Eve getting taken out down to just a 2v1. Getting taken out down to 15-9 now. Phoenix 1 round away from the upper finals going on tomorrow.
Absolutely insane best of 3. No matter the outcome of this, we can rest assured that Phoenix and Orange.Sphynx have played incredible games of CSGO here in the final best of 3 of day number 3 for the ZOWIE Divina tournament. But only one can walk away as the victor of this set of matches. And we're going to see what Phoenix can put together here. They are going to be at least sending 4 other players over towards this A execute.
I like this call, trying to keep it simple, keep it grouped up together.
Is this stupid simple, though?
Oh, yeah, stupid simple. Not simple, stupid. But either way, going to stick together, do a 5-man execute towards A. Very low utility from Orange to try to defend. It's going to just come down to gun battles.
And here it is, the push going to be effectuated as the utility flies. And the A-ramp push will be coming out right now. Orange.Sphynx trying to at least handle this. Aurel going to be dropping down. GFI, Alaska able to trade out on the Kohibe, but Aurel trades that out as well. 3v4 scenario in favor of Phoenix. The bomb gets planted, and Eve trying to hold onto the stairs, trying to at least find some frags onto the members of Phoenix. Able to find at least a tap, but gets traded out in return. 2 more dropping out for Orange, and there it is. The round win going over to Phoenix. The best of 3 has been taken down. Phoenix reigns supreme over Orange.Sphynx.
Absolutely crazy comeback by them, losing that first map and picking up the last 2. It looked like Orange was the better team early on in this best of 3, but Phoenix hit their stride in the last 2 maps. Again, back and forth tilt between these 2 teams, very close. I wouldn't be surprised to see them both advance into DreamHack, but Phoenix now setting themselves 1 win away from getting that much coveted spot.
Garrett, I am pretty much at a loss for words right now. That was an incredible best of 3 played out by 2 incredibly competitive squads and a great show of sportsmanship up on the stage, both teams recognizing the competitiveness of the other.
Yeah, exactly. This is by far the closest match we've seen so far in this tournament. Full best of 3, a lot of rounds on each side. And again, it came down to a lot of these save rounds being broken by the a lot of these gun rounds being broken down by a save round by the opposite team, and it just comes to show that these teams are just so close that no matter what happens and no matter what guns they have, anyone can win at any given time. And it's just unfortunate for Orange to lose those kind of rounds, but at the same time, you gotta give it to Phoenix to having the resilience that even when they were getting picked apart by save rounds after all these pistol rounds that they won, that they're able to pull it together in the end.
Yeah, Phoenix did not give up in one step of that best of 3, and it really showed. It was a long best of 3,
very long one.
And it was back and forth, a very stressful best of 3, but they ended up coming up on top of it. So a huge congratulations over towards Phoenix for that victory.
Yeah, exactly. And then don't count out Orange just
yet.
They have been the strongest team thus far until this best of 3 in this tournament. And going into more, they're going to have to win 2 best of 3s to find their way back into having that shot at DreamHack. But they're definitely one of the stronger teams in the tournament, so do not count them out.
Take a look at your MVP from the final round of the best of 3 to close out day number 3 of the ZOWIE Divina CSGO Championship. It's going to be none other than Kohibe, 21 kills, 16 deaths. Let's compare that, though, with some stats from both teams. GFI.
And LL, she came up huge. You saw those couple rounds there where she walked out A palace and entered into the site and got 2 kills. She had some critical rounds really to help out her team when they desperately needed her the most. So right there, that was my MVP for the game. Kohibe had a sick game as well, but LL just had such critical rounds that really saved the team. But across the board, everyone did pretty well. Deco Gaze only has 12, but she had a lot of solid holds by herself in the A site, and her team relied on her to get some damage in and delay as long as possible.
Yeah, we saw those 12 kills that she was able to amass, impactful kills, and that is the big takeaway from that. We'll see some stats here coming out for the members of Orange.Sphynx. You can take a look. Kind of fell a little bit short of expectations here in the final round, final map.
Yeah, GFI did pretty well as expected. Just unfortunately, the team wasn't able to support as much around her. They relied too much on the default, and it just wasn't panning out. Their set executions were working out really well, but again, the defaults were falling short, and it just took them too long to realize that they had to split away from it, and they went back to it too often and on lost each time that they did.
Looking forward to this interview that we're going to be having with Team Phoenix up on the stage here shortly to get some insight into what was going through their minds during that best of 3, because we can only assume that it was an incredibly stressful environment for both squads.
It was a mental battle again. Just like it was such back and forth, not just on one map, across all 3 maps. And it takes a strong team mentally to get through that, because a lot of time you can just let it slip. You lose a couple rounds in a row and you just go down that tunnel and just falter. But at the same time, they kept coming back and finding ways back into the match, especially by winning a couple save rounds and a couple clutches. It came down down to them just being mentally strong, and even Orange as well. They were mentally strong as well because they were able to stay in it as well. So going forward, that's two of the strongest mental teams, I guess you could say, are in the tournament, and they were able to pull it off, and now they're only one win away from getting that much coveted spot for DreamHack.
Exactly. Phoenix will be playing in the morning, but let's toss it over to the stage for an interview with Team Phoenix.
来做一个简单的采访。那第一个想问的就是，你们在烧岛之前，今天烧岛之前的时候也是打过火车这张图。那当时你们打的也非常好。那今天好像在这场比赛里面，好像稍微碰到一些问题，可以跟我们说一下？
就是有一点小失误啦，就是我们没有做我们自己，我们害怕，因为他们也是挺强的，所以我们就很害怕出去没有做平常的自己，我们很 hold back，yeah， so we pick up ourselves and then 我们后面就很努力。
So the first question I asked was, because earlier today they showed a really dominant train, and it seemed like in this match it was particularly tough. So what happened? And she told me, hey, we weren't really ourselves that game, right? And perhaps a little bit nervous?
Quite. And a bit tired because we played like 2 games previously and we didn't have much rest.
And your opponents were really tough.
Quite, yeah, pretty tough.
Okay, so moving on to the second question. It has a lot to do with what you said. Your opponents were really tough. So why were they so tough to beat? And how did you guys eventually manage to beat them?
They have a lot of teamwork, and we managed to beat them because we have a lot of communication. We keep our comms up, we report, we flash for each other. Our teamwork is better.
刚刚第二个问题也是问到了，刚刚也说到对手是非常非常的强，那他们最终是怎么能够击败 Orange 战队呢？那也是说到他们的交流非常到位，然后也是彼此掩护，不停的交流，然后你帮队友丢闪，然后别人也帮你扔一些道具，所以的确最终关键还是交流。
对。
那第三个问题就想要问的是，你们明天就差一场比赛就可以取得去 DreamHack 的一个门票，那你对这个有什么想法？你们要面对的是7PM。
紧张。7PM 真的很强，是一个很强劲的对手，所以我们会做更多的准备，更多的努力来迎接他们的挑战。
那你们有没有想过今天晚上要怎么样去准备这场比赛呢？
有。是
你们主要想把自己的打好，还是会去研究一下对方的一些东西呢？我知道你不能说太多。
两方面都会做，尽量。
So the last question was, they're one step away from winning the ticket to DreamHack, and how did they prepare for this? How are they going to prepare for tomorrow? And I asked them whether they're going to try and focus more on their own plays and their own teamwork, or will they put a little bit more emphasis on studying their opponent. And you told me you'll do both.
We'll do both.
And wish you best of luck and congratulations once again.
Thank you.
我们采访也到这里就结束了，我们把时间交还给解说。
Yes, indeed. Congratulations to both our teams, Orange.Sphynx as well as Phoenix, but a bigger congratulations to Phoenix for taking down the best of 3, and just one more best of 3 sits between them and that ticket to DreamHack. What an incredible day of CSGO.
Yeah, exactly. And you see the bracket